evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer Tournament Race. Tonight, we've got a pretty good matchup here going on here. We got Silverrain64 versus sloaters27. Get ready for some exciting action here tonight. My name is The Shades, and joining me is my co-commentator, Proa007. Proa, how we doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. This should be a good match, I think. This is a Group R Finals. This is a win or go home situation. The winner will move on to the brackets. The loser, alas, will be taking an early exit. So, Sloaters comes in with a pretty good reputation in the Super Metroid community. He's a top 10 runner in the vanilla any percent and 100% categories, so we already know how good he is in Super Metroid, but we'll see if Silverrain64 is up to the task of taking down a giant.
Indeed, but Silverrain is no newbie. We've seen him in past tournaments, we've seen him doing other races, even against guys like Zost in the Super Metroid community, so this should be an interesting setup here. Now, for those of you who are new to this, very simple concept. We are combining both Super Metroid and Link to the Past into one giant game and have randomized all the items between them. So the objective is to find the items to complete the necessary dungeons, get all 7 crystals, and defeat the 4 main bosses of Super Metroid, and of course to defeat the final goal to defeat both the big bads, Ganon and Mother Brain. So we will have to see what routes they will need to take to accomplish this goal. It's going to be insane stuff here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we have 13 bosses to take down, and they're going to start in Super Metroid, for those of you not familiar, and by and large, runners will follow a fairly rote pattern of going through one of the 4 doors that connect Super Metroid and A Link to the Past. But we have seen, there have been some exceptions, but by and large, runners will make a beeline for A Link to the Past and follow what is generally considered a pretty standard open mode route and follow and try and, clear out Kakariko, Southern Island, Hyrule Castle,
Here we go!
Forth. All right.
Let's see our runners underway here, starting off heading right to Criteria. Let's see what routes they're going to be taking. Are we going to be seeing some early gambles here, or is it we're going to start playing it safe?
Well, I've seen runners. Yeah, Sloaters is going for Retro Bryn. Another Super Metroid veteran, Ivan, did it, and very successfully, I might add. The ceiling item was Pegasus boots.
Not gonna easily, yeah. It is a gamble, but it is one that, if it pays off, could give you a very early advantage. So it's not a big gamble. It's a quick check. Doesn't take very long, but it does take a little time. But at the same time, it can pay off big if you get an early item advantage. Let's see if it pays off here. Not what we want to see. An early shield. We got loopies on the tree pull. Not a great start, but not the absolute worst we could have gotten.
Yeah, and there are worse things. Sloaters saying no thanks to the Fisher-Price shield, and, well, yeah, supers are nice, but that's not what he wanted. He wanted progression, he didn't get it.
No, that's what you're looking for when you're making that gamble. You want is something big. We mentioned Pegasus boots earlier, or maybe even an early morph ball. Moon Pearl, an early, something big. And thankfully, he doesn't seem to have suffered too much. Silverrain not finding much in Uncle either. So, right after that, we're just getting a pretty slow start. We're waiting for that big play.
Yeah.
Oh, that might help.
That speeds things up a little bit. With a fire rod there in Sanctuary. Lake Hylia Island, for those who just joined us, was 10 arrows. It was $20. Uncle just had $20, so we robbed a dead person, and the chest had a heart container. And
we got an E-Tank over in Link's house, and it looks like Silverrain going to be checking the Lumberjack area. Going to be seeing if we're going to be having an Agassiz. Haven't seen one of those in a while. We came close in the ASICOM last night. Ooh, I believe that was tier 1 tree pull there for Silverrain, and that was merely green rupees. That is probably one of the worst things you could get.
one of the races I did, it wasn't required as such, but it was space jumps, so it's one of those nice to have. And speaking of possibly not required, a drug deal awaits in Lumberjack Cave.
Yeah, we do not know if that's going to be important yet. That's going to be something that's going to haunt these guys because they're going to have to question, is that required? We don't know what that mushroom's going to lead to. So that's probably going to be something they're going to be saving for pretty late in the game until they've exhausted most of their other checks. And someone decides, screw it, let's go for it and see if we get lucky. Finding a missile pack in the Lost Woods, we're not finding much yet here. Again, Fire Rod's a good start, but we want some like early progression here. And we're not finding it.
What might force their hand towards Aga is if a magic cape or two swords pop up and there's no Super Metroid progression. If they don't come up with Screw Attack or Morph Ball or something, they might have no choice and they might have to do this just by default. So, you know, it is one of those things where the seed will ultimately tell them within about 20 minutes what their next choice is going to be, and it might not be what they want, but there it is.
Indeed. So we're right now entering Kakariko. Now, unfortunately, he needs to get some rupees because he does not have any bombs. Oh, well, you got one bomb there. That's a start, and that's actually all he needs because he's going to go into the secret hut in Kakariko. There's at least two guaranteed. I believe there's two, maybe four bombs in here.
I believe it's at least two.
At least two. I know that for a fact at least two. And he's going to be using that to stock up. You want to make sure you get... Oh, no, there's four. Four bombs, so that's good. A couple rounds of that, you'll have more than enough to explore Kakariko. And actually, he thinks 4 is going to be enough for him, so he's going to move on. Mm-hmm. But that'll be enough to check the well, Blind's Hut, and a couple other spots. We wanted a lot of items. You do not want to leave those behind. I've seen runners get thrown off because they had to orphan those items, so you definitely do not want to forget about them too long.
Well, one of the matches I did, the bottle vendor was skipped, and that was fatal. Because the bottle vendor had a power glove.
Oh, yeah, that can hurt. When it's something so odd. Yeah, and definitely it's a good thing he got bombs. We got Morph Ball in the back of the well. Definitely glad he didn't leave that behind.
And clearing it out as a reserve tank, and some money, so Bottle Vendor is now taken care of. Sloaters getting some super missiles in Blind's Hut and a bottle, so... And some money, so Sick Kid and Bottle Vendor are both taken care of. Bomb Vendor and Sick Kid are both taken care of. And all that good stuff.
Yeah, he'll have enough for everything he needs, and he'll be able to pick up some more bombs and come back and check the rest. He's definitely going to want to do that because, again, we know that Morph Ball is back in the well. He needs that, but he's going to go ahead and turn in Sick Kid right away. He's going to see what that's offering up since you're getting it early. And it's, early Spazer. That is actually, considering that is our first Super Metroid weapon, that's actually very good to get early.
It's not bad, and lots of supers. That's 15 supers right off the bat.
Always good to get that early there. Bottle Vendor not paying off very well, but we're going to check a couple other places. We got Chicken Shack coming up. We still haven't checked the back of the... Actually, no, I think Sloaters just checked back at Tavern. Didn't find anything.
Right.
That's where he found the other supers, so... we'll see what the Chicken Shack's got for us here. Yeah, just some love. It's nice to get some early health.
So... Oh, supers on Tavern, yeah. That's right. So, yeah, we've got 15 supers so far. A Morph Ball, so... There's still plenty to check, and they're probably going to check South Island after this. Certainly, Sloaters is with 9 bombs, or however many it ends up being in his arsenal. So, I would think that's going to be next on his list. But, you know, with the Morph Ball, you might be thinking, well, maybe a trip back into Super Metroid is not a bad idea.
there's definitely a lot of options there. Not much in the library, so I think we're gonna have to see what the race game's got for us. But yeah, with Spazer and Warfball already playing, we've already gotten a few power bombs as well. We're gonna have quite a few options ahead of us here, so this is gonna be a really interesting set of routing we're gonna have to see from these guys. Which way are they gonna go? And one of the things I've always said about these randomizers, it's always about what routes you take, what gambles you make, and which ones pay off. And that's what we're going to be seeing here. A lot of route divergence might be coming here pretty soon.
Just a vanilla piece of heart. At the race game, Silverrain did a blind check. Sloater's just about finished here. He kind of had to take the scenic route, as it were, to get all of his items, but that should do it for him in Kakariko. And it was $20. It was $20 at in the library and a piece of heart in the race games. So nothing really of inherent value here, as Silverrain is on his. I thought he was on his way to Sarsaparilla.
Yeah, but there's one problem. He has no bombs. He can't go into Sarsaparilla.
Oh yeah.
He needs to go buy some more bombs.
Yeah, that might be needed. Sloaters did pay the vendor in Kakariko, and he is not going to do a blind pull, and he saved himself a few seconds there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling confident, if you're feeling like you want to rush things through, you can do the blind race check, and obviously it's probably the more efficient route. But if you feel like you don't feel like it's going to be anything, you can go ahead and just do an actual check first, and hope it's, and then pretty much hope it's not anything. But that worked out well here. Now we can head to Sir Hostele's Closet. Meanwhile, Sloaters is checking South Shore. He's heading to the dam. So already we're getting some route divergence from both of our runners.
I think in Silverrain's case, he's in the kind of spot where I'll finish that thought in a second. Turtle Rock is the green pendant today. We have not had a map check, incidentally. But getting back for a second, I think Silverrain is in the spot where he's going to have to take some chances here. He's really going to have to go for it in some spots, particularly in A Link to the Past, because I'm sure he knows Sloater's reputation as the Super Metroid runner. So if he's going to close the gap in any way, shape, or form, it's going to have to be in A Link to the Past, because in terms of execution, he's likely in the box as far as Super Metroid is concerned. So this is where you can make up time.
Indeed, we did get a map check on Silverrain's side. All regular crystals in the light world. That means the dark world is going to be loaded with unique stuff. And he's going an early Eastern check. But yeah, we're going to be seeing both 5-6 crystals and all 3 pendants in the dark world. I don't think I've ever seen that before, to be honest.
It's been a while, but that's for sure. So we got 3 unique items potentially here in Eastern, now that he can check. A lot of supers, I think that's... And Gravity Suit. So Gravity is now in play, so that opens up a few fun checks for Sloaters, potentially. Silverrain, I don't think got anything good off of item number 1 in... not
that I saw, no.
No. Yeah. Oh, it's a map.
It's the map. So I hadn't even found any items yet. Meanwhile, Sloater is heading over to the Ice Rod Cave. He's got a little bit of health, so he can take at least a hit or 2 from the crabs, which is good. There's the big key for Silverrain. Yeah, 2 hits is his safety. Well, 1 hit, 1 safe hit, and then if he takes 2 hits, he's dead. But he is dodging those crabs like a boss right now. Very nicely done.
Like those crabs dodging that bomb blast like a boss. Like that was very elegant on their part. Just kind of sliding past there. So Silverrain got the big key off of the second chest. Is now okay. So Armus Knights are holding the third item. So 1 item is in logic. Silverrain is likely going to do the second item just as a matter of expediency.
Indeed. Well, meanwhile, Sloater's heading into Super Metroid. So we're going to be seeing both. We're going to have to do a lot of checks here.
I think Sloaters has made the right play just because it feels like the seed is not really giving so far in A Link to the Past, and there are plenty of checks Sloaters can do right now. vanilla missiles for a start.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little awkward for Silverrain having to do this with no sword as a guide point, so it's going to be a little challenging, but should be manageable. It's a pretty easy dark room.
Indeed, we're checking Bomb Chorizo here on Sloaters and finds an E-Tank. That's actually not too bad to get this early on. We could use the extra health.
Silverrain finally gets his way through the door.
Now, whatever he finds here is going to be out of logic, which actually does reduce the chance of it being progression, but considering we haven't found very many items, the possibility is still in good shape.
And it's got to be something, so... And it's just 20
Well,
bucks.
it's something.
Yeah, I didn't say it was anything good, but... So, Sloaters is setting up Gauntlet, it looks like. Silverrain is saved and quitted. Can't do anything more in Eastern. He's gonna head down to Southern.
Yeah, he's gonna do South Shore. Now, the only other check after this that's in logic as far as where he's at now is Agina's Cave, which hasn't been checked yet. But honestly, that's a really out of the way check. I would not be surprised if he finishes South Shore and just heads back to Super Metroid.
He can do Hyrule Castle. He's got bombs. He's got
that's true.
He's got Fire Rod, I suppose.
Yeah, I forgot about Hyrule Castle for some reason.
Yeah, there's some decent items to be had in there. He can go, depending on how it breaks, he could probably get all the way through, depending on his dark room skills. 20 bucks at the Chazo in Gauntlet.
Alright, so Gauntlet hasn't shown much yet, but we still got the back end here. This is where I've seen a lot of good items come out of this back of Gauntlet. Let's see if today's any different here. No. Ooh, yeah. Nothing in back of Gauntlet.
This has been more like my Gauntlet experience doing comms for these matches. I don't think I've seen one good Gauntlet.
You and I have had very different Gauntlet experiences. Almost every time I've done commentary this tournament, I've had Gauntlet pay off for some reason. I think I've only had like one or two times where it didn't, but more often than not, it has had something of value.
Yeah, for me, the one that's been paying off big time is Ridley.
Yeah, I've had Ridley pay off a few times, so that's kind of 50-50 on that one.
Yeah, last
in the meantime,
was,
Sloaters.
Last night it was the first time it didn't pay off.
Sloaters now heading into Green Bryn. I'm going to be checking mock supers, no doubt. Got a ton of items in there.
Yep. Only 3 power bombs, so he's got to be... There's another shield.
Yeah, nobody wants that. We don't like shields around here. Or not some extra rupees. There's Zora money, but that's literally all we found so far.
Well, Zora money is not to be underestimated, of course. Silverrain actually did not do the dam. I thought he did for some reason, but that's just probably muscle memory or something. So from here, he probably is going to do a Gina.
Sloaters actually did pick up the shield. I'm actually surprised by that, to be honest. I know a lot of runners tend to avoid it these days. But now he's going to be heading down to the Etikun room. We've got 3 items in this direction here. Hopefully we'll find something by this point. And we've been getting a lot of checks, but we have not found much. Wait, what's he... Oh, is he stocking up on power bombs? That's what he's doing. Yeah, these guys are high chance of power bombs, so he's stocking up all he can. Not a bad call there, honestly.
Sloaters wants those ALTTP safeties. Yeah, I mean... It's no big deal to get it. It's right there. It only takes like an extra 2 or 3 seconds to get it, so there's really no penalty for it. So Sloaters going to complete the Etikun set and then on to Pink Bryn. I think that was supers up top at on the desert ledge.
No, that was power bombs actually.
Oh, it was power bombs. That's right. A 5-arrow upgrade at Etikun, so we're still looking for progression here. We haven't found progression, really.
Not since Kakariko when we found that morph ball, unless you want to count the gravity suit, but that's something we're not going to see much use of until a little bit later on. And again, this cave also not paying out. Wow, this is a very dry seed. It's been a while since I've seen a seed this dry before.
We might get an early Meridia run just to, you know, liven things up a little bit if the seed is not throwing anything our way. So we got plenty to check in Pink Bryn, though. Well, there.
That's more like it. Early bow. It's always nice to get that early on.
The seed was listening to us.
I'm telling you, right?
The seed knows.
That's what we're talking about. Oh, you should have seen it last night. Bow on Zora ledge. Zora had silvers.
Of course he did.
That was so funny to see, especially because of how late they got it. Like one of the guys saw the bow early on. Finally, when the other guy went and got it, and he was like, "Oh, let's see what Zora's got." Oh, he's got silvers. Well, that's perfect.
Yeah, I think the only Zora I've seen pay off is Morph Ball was at Zora.
Ooh, I've seen that happen before. Wave skip done really well there by Sloaters. Get some more super missiles for his troubles. We are getting a lot of supers early on. We're already got enough for Ridley at this point.
Yeah, 30 for Ridley, 60 for Mother Brain. There's some power bombs for Silverrain. So I'm going to check Retro Bryn Star here in a sec. Sloater's getting the Spore Spawn skip, so that's good. First try on that. He was first try on the wave skip as well.
Always good to get that as soon as you can. Even more money. Well, we are definitely good on rubies at this point.
Yeah, that's enough to pay off Zora, the chess game, and the digging game, and you should also have enough left over for Kiki the monkey. So, yeah, he's fine.
Alright, Silverrain checking alpha missiles here to find a little bit of love. Missile charge. Still not finding much. Oof, man. Again, this seed, I mean, we got that bow, but still, this seed is a lot drier than I'm used to seeing for an early SMZ3.
Well, yeah, bow at least put... And there's Power Glove.
Oh, well. Prove me wrong, why don't you?
Yeah, back of Escape is now in play.
We got missiles over in Green Hill Zone, and meanwhile, Silverrain trying to set up for Billy May's room.
Yep.
So many checks. This is what I said earlier. We got a lot of potential for route divergence, and we are seeing that. Two very different routes in play here. Billy May's room got a little bit of love, and more trash.
Yeah. So with this looks like Sloaters is going up Red Tower. He's going to take a look at power bombs and everything up there. And after that, well, he might make a run at Fantoon, actually.
If he's going up, that's definitely an option here. It's,
early
much.
To answer Chad's question, early Morph Ball was in the well at Kakariko.
Silverrain going to take that, hit the shield and Morph Ball. Some more missiles there. Oh, we got another bottle over in the back of Blue Brand.
So,
obviously, we may have already got Sick Kid, but hey, if we want to get some potions later, that would come in handy.
although they might not have to worry about that because this has been a rather healthy seed overall, at least for a Link to the Past it has. It's been a pretty giving seed overall. It's got to have at least 7 or 8 hearts by now.
At least. That pretty much clears all the stuff we can check in Brinstar. I mean, we still don't have access to X-Ray yet, but outside of Kraid's Lair, we've pretty much cleared out everything.
Kraid and Space are, excuse me. Yeah, Kraid and Space are out. Everything else are still in play, but yeah. And Sloater's going to check the mode, I think, at the very least, and from there...
Yeah, if he goes in, he's going to have to use probably Suit Glitch or Gravity Glitch. Oh, no, not... Wow! Is that a CWJ? Holy
Yes.
crap. He pulled that off pretty well.
He's a top 10 Super Metroid runner, so he can do that.
Yeah, it's not often I get to see a flawless CWJ like that, so I'm definitely always impressed to see a top runner like this in play.
So with that, Sloaters is on his way to his first boss, Fantoon, at about the 20. He'll be there about the 24-minute mark. He's very low on health, though.
Yeah, I was going to comment. The CWJ continuous wall jump, to answer a question, chat. It is a very tricky set of wall jumps you have to do, and the best use for that is to try to get across that moat. It's very difficult to do. I see even a lot of top runners struggle with it, but we just saw Sloaters just pulled that off effortlessly earlier. So definitely a sign that he is one of the best.
Yeah, that's...
Now, I'm actually worried about Sloaters here because he's going into Fantoon with less than a half a tank of health.
He's got some in reserves, so you know he can take a look, and he's got gravity suits, so he can take some abuse. But yeah, he's gonna want some good health drops early, just to kind of give him a little bit of a buffer against Fantoon. Because Fantoon can and will be a troll at all times.
Oh, absolutely. Now, the trick with Fantoon, for those who are new to Super Metroid, is that you do not want to use super missiles until the very, very last shot. Because while it does do double damage, 600 points of damage versus the normal 300 for a super, if you do not kill him with a super missile, it will send him into an enraged state. He will stay at the top of the screen, be invulnerable for like a good 15-20 seconds, and he will launch wave after wave of those blue fireballs, and they can be a real pain in the tuchus. So you want to avoid that at all costs.
And on top of that, since they don't have screw attack, they have no real defense against it, so they really... Ooh, Sloaters just missing out on that health drop and missile drop. That'd have been nice to pick up.
The missiles especially. He looks like he's pretty decent on health at this point. I think he'll be okay if he's careful. And again, Sloaters, as we've said, is a top runner, so if there's anyone who can handle himself in this situation... Oh, very nicely done. As I say, he takes down Fantoon.
So Sloaters on the board at 24. Wait for him to fade out, and done. 24-56 for Sloaters. He's on the board, up 1 zip on the bosses.
Yeah, but this race is still very early on, folks. We have only just begun.
Yes, as the Carpenters once said, but probably not in this context, but I just aged myself there, didn't I?
Oh, please, I'm as old as you are, probably. Or at least close to it.
Probably, but that reference is even older than I am, so
Same.
By a good 15 years. So Silverrain is picking up a lot of Sloaters' tracks here, and Sloaters is gunning through...
Ooh, we got Blue Mail and Wreck Ship there. Again, very healthy defensive seed for Link to the Past so far, though. Not much outside of that Spazer we've seen. And the gravity suit, of course. And Sloaters going to save now because he's getting ready to do the infamous Spiky Room of Death. Yep. Oh boy, this will be fun.
Yeah.
Thankfully, gravity makes this part of the area pretty easy to get through, but this is the real challenge. Ooh, walks right into the spikes there. Thankfully, those spikes aren't the ones you want to worry about. It's the moving ones that are the real pain, because they can do a ton of damage if you're not careful. As you can see, Sloaters is very low on health already. Thankfully, if he doesn't find an item here, he can just reset and he'll be fine. But if he finds something, this could be bad.
Well, he's got reserves, so he could probably finesse his way through this, but it's just bombs. So he's like, yeah, forget it.
No, thank you. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items we can get now, and 1 more that they can. Ooh, nice clip there.
Yeah.
Let's see that one done again. It's always nice to see a top runner in these kind of races to see just how well they execute in these games. Now, in this room here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to clear out all the enemies first. We're going to open up both doors, and then we're going to enter one of them, because if you don't open both doors before entering one, when you come back out, that door relocks, and you have to kill all the enemies again. So you want to open it up first. That way it'll stay open when you come back.
All right, so Silverrain is making his way up towards a Terminator. Sloater's trying to sort of skip his way through using the damage boost. Just $20 though, not worth it.
I just gotta love those gong droids, because they just love to get in your way.
Oh yeah. We got chat saying book a Medora on Ped. Well, you know.
It looks like he's not even going to check the other items on the outside of Rex ship. He's not checking an item in the sky or the.
No, he will. I think he's just getting this. He's just getting reserve out of the way. He just wants to do this first, and it's just a piece of heart.
Hallelujah! Don't have to worry about that. Doesn't have to come back for that later, because right now he can't access that. So he's glad he didn't have.
Not unless Speed Booster is somewhere out here. Unlikely, but possible.
Possible, and even then, I doubt he's gonna go for it. So now the tricky part's gonna be item in the sky, because he has no legit way of getting up there. It looks like he might end up skipping. No, or no?
No, he's gonna. He can do it. It's just gonna be some precise jumping, but he can do it.
Yeah, this is probably one of the trickiest things to do when you don't have something like Space Jump or Speed Booster to shine spark up there. You got to get onto these floating platforms, and they do not play nice.
Yeah, or high jump boots. Yeah, he needs one of those to make this work, or this will work too, so this should be fine.
Yep, gonna have to take the long way around. It looks like Silverrain's now heading in the same direction. He's on his way to Rex ship, or at the very least a red tower.
Gonna make a preemptive call here. I think he's more likely to head down towards. He's going to do red tower. Then he might head his way down to Crate. Actually, I don't know how comfortable he is with all of this. Oh, there's a sword.
Good thing to go out of the way for there.
Oh, I see. Silverrain's going to try and do.
Be going for he's going for gravity glitch.
Yeah, that
how this works is you turn off your gravity suit at the exact same time you're making a jump, and it'll allow you to launch yourself up under the water. It's a tricky move to do, but it's not that hard, and honestly, it can make some really good movement strats if you know how to do it.
Oh, Sloater's getting in there at the wire. One more hit and he would have been done.
Ooh boy, he still got a reserve, but still, that wouldn't have been pretty. But now to do some bowling.
I don't know exactly if he has 32 health there, 32 worth of reserve, but it worked out.
He's been playing very risky this entire race so far. He's kept me on the edge of my seat watching him run.
Well, like I said, as stated, he's a top runner, so he knows how far to push this. Sloater's got to be a little careful here. That's his second to last power bomb. It's gonna have to be a little conservative here with his ammunition, unless he finds power bombs right here. Nope, but he finds a bottle.
He finds a bottle. Thankfully, he doesn't have to use that power bomb to get to the back there, because all that's over there is that reserve, that piece of heart in the reserve. So he's just gonna use it here, get his whatever's a gravity suit, and he's done. And just some.
So, by and large, a bust at Rex ship. Apart from the sword and the blue mail, I guess, but not very much. In terms of, sword is obviously progression, but
still not what we're looking for at this point. It looks like our next job is either going to be Crate or Meridia.
Yeah, and some Death Mountain checks are also not amiss either, I think. Sloater's Has to take the long way up. He's going to stop for a refill, I'm sure.
Indeed he is.
So I actually think making a run at Death Mountain at this point would actually be, and take out Kraid while you're at it, but then go to Norfair and go to Kraid and go to Death Mountain. I think would be a good play.
The only reason I would suggest otherwise is the fact we can only access literally 1, maybe 2 items if you want a sequence break. Because you can check Old Man, you can check Spectacle Rock Cave, and you can see what's on Spectacle Rock itself. That's it. We don't have Hookshot or Hammer and Mirror to check the rest. Otherwise, I would definitely agree with the Death Mountain play.
Yeah, maybe. So Sloaters is actually going to check Criteria Supers. So Silverrain is on the board at 3310, so they're knotted up at 1 on the bosses, but Sloaters with the early advantage right now, based on forward logic and based on what we've seen so far. Nothing at Criteria Supers, unfortunately, just another piece of a little bit of love.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, this is where we're going to see, for Sloaters especially, how part of that, when I said earlier, you know, what routes you take, part of that is also execution. And you're going to see Sloaters very efficient in how he's moving around, his movement strats, the tricks he plays. That's going to help in his routing, because if he knows how to do certain things that Silverrain doesn't, he can get to locations faster and check areas that maybe even Silverrain can't, even with the same items. So that could make a big difference in terms of what they find and where they go.
Although it is worth noting, Silverrain is matching him by and large. He's not being as... His execution is not quite on the same level. He's not doing like CWJ, for example, but, you know, gravity glitch to get up there, you know, still not an easy thing to do, and maybe not something the average runner would think of.
Exactly. So while they're not doing the same strats, they're doing equally good strats and saving themselves time at every turn. So again, we're not saying Silverrain doesn't have a chance here. He could easily turn this race around. He is showing he can do what he can to keep up. But again, we're only getting started. This could change in a hurry. Again, all it takes is for Silverrain to make one big route divergence and go somewhere else, find an item that Sloaters has not found yet, and that could change everything very fast.
Well, Silverrain is interestingly leaving Wreck Ship right now. That's a little surprising. He got blue mail, but he did not get his sword, so that could be a handicap, especially if no sword comes up in the next, I don't know, 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's a gamble there that he took, and it's not going to be one that's going to pay off easily. I mean, if he gets lucky and finds like the other 3 swords, maybe he can forget about it, but if not, and that sword's required, he could be in trouble.
Well, 2 swords minimum are required to finish the game, but yeah, that's it is a calculated risk on his part. Sloaters cleared out Billy Mays and all of that. There's his second shield, excuse me. So
shield, yep. And he's gonna get his other bottle arrow. He's gonna set the power bomb, then get the bottle. Good efficiency there.
So well on his way.
Yeah, it looks like both of them are going to end up meeting up on their way to Kraid's lair, because they're both taking different routes, but they're both going in the same direction.
Yeah, so far, Sloaters will get there first, and Chad is predicting Sloaters will check X-ray, 2 energy tanks be damned.
As good as runner as he is, he probably will. He'll probably use using damage boosting to get across, and it's only a really good runners can damage boost in this room, because it's a very specific setup for that. As you can see right there, it takes a lot of you take a bit of damage, but you can get launched, and if you do it right, you can do it with very little health loss. And this is where it's gonna get tricky here. And he got it. Perfectly done. Nicely done. Let's see if that paid off for him. Nope, just some health.
Yeah, just some great swag strats. So I think that deserves a golf clap. He's got to get through this alive, but okay, he's fine.
He's good.
Yeah.
This means that Silverrain's going to be able to catch up to him, and they're going to meet up. Actually, no, Silverrain's gotten ahead of him into Kraid's lair.
Okay,
you're scaring me, Floaters. You're scaring me.
Yeah, that was risky. That was really close. You might actually stop for an energy refill. Nope. Okay, who needs energy refills?
Not Sloaters. He's too tough for that. All right, let's see what we got over at Spazer, Vanilla Spazer. Nope, just some more missiles. At least we'll be fully equipped going into Kraid.
The sloaters refill?
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. Hey, if you get a strat named after you, you better do it. The people demand it.
Indeed, there's always that obligation there. All right, Silverrain heading over to Kraid's lair. Gonna have to do this the hard way. Nicely done with the wall jump. Sloaters, go ahead and break it open in the tube to Meridia so he can go there later. I get the feeling he might be going straight there after Kraid.
Ooh, Sloaters hitting the ceiling there.
And that wall jump's tricky there. Let's see. Just 50 rupees over there at the Kraid missile.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about money at this point. He should have enough to cover.
Yeah, but Silverrain's gonna have to be careful here. He's a little low on regular missiles, but thankfully he doesn't need much for Kraid. Hopefully he can get lucky and get the quick kill and not have to take him to the prom. If he does, that might make things a little more difficult. Only got time.
With 36 supers, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Ooh. Whereas Sloaters is saying I can do this without any health. So there will be a prom for Silverrain, whereas Sloaters.
But still a rather quick kill, but they both get the kill at the same time there. Sloaters getting a little bit of an extra, finishing a little bit faster because of the quick kill, and only 50 rupees waiting for them at the
Yeah, about a 2-second difference between them. So they're knotted up as far as their kills on Kraid, and they're knotted up at the bosses 2-2. Right now, though, Sloaters does have a slight advantage because he has a sword, and Silverrain opted to leave Wreck Ship early, which may come back to haunt him later.
Yeah, I am really worried about that, but let's see what we have here at the Kraid E-Tank. And there's our third bottle.
I think that's 4, actually.
I just when I counted 3, but maybe I'm wrong. Chat, verify for us, please.
I counted 1 in A Link to the Past and 3 in Super Metroid, yeah.
Yeah, even our tracker's confirming it was 4. Okay, then maybe I miscounted. My bad. Usually got to keep track of this stuff. Nonetheless, looks like both the runners are going to head into Norfair.
Couple of checks they can do right off. High jump boots, namely.
Yeah, the Sloater's going to save real quick. Just going to be just to be safe. Doesn't really need to do much here.
Well, if he's going to go for hell, he's going to go for ice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go for the ice beam hell run. Ooh, nice setup there for Silverrain going the upper path to get to the high jump room.
Oh,
I
see. Sloaters is going to check the wall there.
He's checking Crumbled Tower is what he's doing. Bloomerang, not going to be bothering with that.
So, let's see. So we still got Meridia on the board, strangely enough, because they have gravity suits, so they can't actually do Meridia. They can't finish, but they can do some Meridia. Yeah, he does have a full reserve, so Sloaters, at the very least, will get to take a look at it.
Yeah, if it's something important, he's going to try to gamble it back, but I don't see that working out. He's probably going to end up resetting no matter what, just so he can get
Yeah,
and it's nothing important anyway. He's gonna.
Yeah, so good use of his last bit of health there. There's a magic cape on Spectacle Rock. Oh, the flippers!
Ooh, we will definitely be picking those up. Thank you very much.
Oh yes. So that makes the next decision a very easy one. It's on to Zora and all of the water checks.
Yep, Hobo, Waterfall, Zora. And considering they have more than enough money for it, definitely wouldn't be a bad call to make.
Yeah. Clear the set. Silverrain, I think, is going to try to make a run at Uncle after getting a health refill.
Right, Silverrain didn't just save and quit out, because there's not much else he can do up here on Death Mountain.
I think he's going for Uncle.
Oh, you mean old man?
Oh, yeah, old man. Uncle, old man. Somebody else who needs our help.
Yes, yes.
Uncle Old Man, yes.
Since we don't have any other way to check the round, since we don't have the lamp, this is out of logic, but again, easy check, and odds are good it may not be anything that valuable anyway. So we're going to be seeing what we got here. Although I think he fell, and he's going to have to go all the way back up. That could be trouble.
Yeah, that's not good. It's also really awkward using the bow as a guidepost, but there it is.
Indeed. I think we're going to be keeping our eye on Sloaters at this point because he has got the old man. He is on his way out. So he's going to find out what that old man's carrying here. Trying to just damage through those dead rocks. Just an E-tank, as I suspected. Not much up there.
Yeah. So from here, some choices. Sloaters has got to go up and get his flippers now. But yeah, the next play is definitely Hobo and then a northeast check and just run through them.
And that's exactly where Silverrain is going, and I suspect Sloater seeing those flippers now, he will not be very far behind.
Yeah, it's like he reflexively paused the game and was getting ready to do save and quit. He's like, oh wait, I need that.
You prepare yourself for the inevitable disappointment, and then you realize, oh wait, no, this is actually a good thing. I need this. Whoops.
Yeah, we've all been there.
And the Hobo gives us Wharf Ball bombs. That's not bad.
Not required, but saves you time to use power bombs all the time.
It does open up Meridia a bit more, since that means we can use infinite bomb jumping to get across there, so that'll actually come in handy.
So Sloaters is actually heading towards Sarsaparilla and Eastern. This is the one thing Silverrain did in A Link to the Past. Sloaters did not. And Agena. I don't think Sloaters did Agena. So...
No, I don't believe he did either.
So
this could be Silverrain's chance to pass up, yeah. Let's see. Ooh, Wave Beam! That's nice. We'll take that. I was going to turn in one of his bottles to see what the fairy's going to be giving us today. Yeah, green potion, not bad. Not bad.
Got 4 of them, or 3 or 4 of them. Might as well take advantage.
If it was blue potion, I'd be all for it. I'd say just go all in on it. But green potion, yeah, just have one on the side to be safe and you're good. But let's see, we got just some blueberries on the Zora ledge. Not going to be picking those up probably, but let's see what our 500 rupees give us here. We got a life lesson, a love lesson, or do we actually have some value? Again, we're still looking for a lot of items. I would not be surprised if Zora's got something.
I'm gonna say mirror, which leads to that wonderful magic cave.
It's a good thought. Let's see. What do we got?
Yep.
Nope. Life lesson.
All right, so it's Meridia.
Unless they want to do front of escape. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Hyrule. That's right. We haven't done Hyrule and Back of Escape are still in play. That's right.
But it looks like we are going back to Super Metroid because there's really not much else outside of that.
Yeah. It's also kind of a little tougher for Silverrain. Well, he's got bow and arrow, so he would actually be fine with that, but... Chat saying more bombs unlock criteria power bombs as well. Yeah. Assuming one wants to do that, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers and so forth. Though he hasn't done Gauntlet, that's right. He hasn't done Gauntlet yet either.
No, and that's what he's going to do next. He's got plenty of health for it, plus Gravity Suit will make it a little easier, reduce at least a little bit of that damage from the acid, make it easier to maneuver in there. I don't see a problem with this play.
So,
I mean, yes, to us, we know there's nothing here, but looking at it from Silverrain's perspective, he doesn't know. He's going to be like, you know, this is probably the right way to go.
after this, though, it'll be interesting to see what his next decision is. You know, you reset. No harm, no foul.
Oh my! Oh, is he actually gonna do it? Is he gonna IBJ up to criteria power bombs?
Looks like it.
Oh my lord! Here's something you don't get to see every day. I mean, this is still technically in logic, and if this pays off, this could be a huge play for Silverrain to get this early. Because obviously, Sloaters might not go for this for quite a while. But here's where you see the challenge. You got to be able to... IBJing is a very tricky thing to do. You have to have very precise timing with your bomb drops to make sure they go off exactly at the right time to launch you up. You know, this is all about timing. And then he pulls it off. Yeah, I agree, Iker. That is timing and patience, but to no avail. Nothing but missiles. So, it's got to be Meridia, though. Is Sloaters in the... Oh, Sloaters going to the back end of Eastern. He's going all the way. He's gonna full clear this.
Which makes sense. I mean, he should be very comfortable with that. Although he's getting clobbered by the enemies in the dark room, so and he doesn't have magic, so unfortunately he can't do the nice little trick is just hit a fire rod to the right and just as you walk in, but he can't do that.
No, those Igors can be a real pain, so
yeah,
he's struggling. He needs to kill one of those green Igors because they dropped the key, but they're not playing nice with him on this one.
He's got the key, just can't get through. He'd be better off resetting the room, actually.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of magic, but you know, he's not near a...
Okay, he got through.
He got through. Meanwhile, Silverrain back in Super Metroid. He's going he went a bit of a ways around, but it was a quicker path overall. And he's going to Meridia.
Yeah, I mean, Sloaters doing Eastern out of logic, I think, is more about just doing it just to say you did it. Still don't have Moon Pearl, strangely enough.
No, still looking for that other orb. But Meridia is what is most likely the play. It's almost certain we're gonna see something in Meridia. First thing he's going to do is going to head up. He's going to check Main Street. You can't get what's up here because you need Speed Booster to get to Main Street. But he can at least see what's there and see what's behind or near it as well. Thankfully, just super missiles there, so you won't have to worry about coming back for that later. And just a big love over there on the other side, so not much going to be there. Next stop, Mama Turtle, while Sloater's taking on the Armos Knights. Gonna do it the old-fashioned way since he's got regular arrows, but if you know what you're doing, these guys can go down relatively easy. He is missing a lot of his arrow shots. He needs to be very careful. You can kill the Armos Knights without arrows, but good luck with that. Oh, and he drops the flute. That is a big play there for Sloaters. That is huge. Finding flute. It's out of logic, but it's going to help. Titan Smiths for Silverrain and Mama Turtle. Oh, he's having a hard time trying to see what's up there on the Mama Turtle pedestal. Nope, just some money. Don't have to worry about that.
Alright, so it's like Sloater's just going for back of escape, which I'm actually a little surprised our runners haven't done that by now.
Indeed, but Silver might be considering checking it soon because he just got Titan's bids over Mama Turtle.
Yeah.
And I know you were wait for a second there. Sloater's just got flute off of Armos Knights.
So a nice find indeed for Sloater's 53-minute mark.
Alright, gonna see some gravity glitching here from Silverrain as he heads up into yellow Meridia.
Well, float is nice. Float is nice to have. Unfortunately, it doesn't really move the needle right now because without half magic, again, nice to have, but without Moon Pearl, our runners are stuck.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't even know, and we don't even know if Misery Mire is even going to be a crystal dungeon yet. It is still very likely a pendant dungeon, considering all 3 pendant dungeons in the Dark World. So that'll be interesting to see if that flute is even necessary. But speaking of the flute, Sloaters is activating now, so the goose is a loot. Oh my! Just as I say that, Silverrain finds the Moon Pearl.
So, door is open now to Dark World for Silverrain.
Indeed, it's as I said, Meridia was going to be the play because it had to have a lot of good items, and so far, Titan's Mitts and Moon Pearl, we've got Dark World access for Silverrain. He definitely made the right call on this one. He is starting to quickly take the lead here.
Well, too early to tell at this point. Yeah, he's holding a nice item advantage right now. It does remain to be seen when he goes to Eastern. If he goes to Eastern very soon-ish, that could be huge for him, because that could really open up a couple of things.
Oh, and Silverrain gonna go for this glitch here. This is a tricky glitch, dude, but he gets it. Oh, and it pays off. He just got his fighter sword. So that's our second sword location. If he finds 1, if not 2 more swords, then that sword and wrecked ship will no longer be an issue for him.
Yeah, that's out of logic for him because he needs speed booster. So that's a nice break for him. Answer chat's question: no, we have not seen charge beam yet. No charge, no ice, no plasma, no Various suit. Various suit is out of play right now.
Yeah. So we might be seeing a very standard Dragon fight, which is going to be a pain because, again, they don't even have Speed Booster to do Shine Spark that. It's going to be all missile strats.
Yeah. Is it Meridia out of logic? No, it's in play.
The Morph Ball bombs he got earlier, does put Meridia in logic. Just trust me, I've been keeping...
Oh, there's Okay, I'm a little puzzled as to why he.
I think what he's doing is he's gonna check right side first, and then he's gonna go back and get that because he knows he needs that Varia suit.
He's
But
very.
he wants to check right side first.
Check the other pit. Okay, I guess so. Yeah. Grapple beam just outside Dragon. Oh, we could only so.
That would be the dream, wouldn't it?
The people demand a barbecue. There's Speed Booster.
Well, there's that strategy now in play. So yeah, both pits paying off here. So that means he's gonna have to get both Speed Booster and Varia. That is crazy.
It also makes his little glitch to get the fighter sword irrelevant because, oh yeah, you would have gotten it anyways.
Yeah, but at least now he doesn't have to worry about it. At least he knows it's in logic now. And it looks like Sloaters will be making the Hyrule Escape play.
Yeah, I've seen one pit pay off, but two, that's new. That's I've not seen.
It's not new to me, but it is very, very rare. I've only seen it like once or twice where both pits actually paid off. So yeah, it is incredibly rare to see that.
Morph ball bombs. No. Morph ball bombs. Where were morph ball bombs?
Waterfall of Wishing, I believe. So yeah, I think if he
they were.
was at Zora.
They were.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he would have those. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got them. Yeah, both of them.
Alright, so for Sloaters here, every chest he's gonna find is gonna be an item because he's already found both the map and key. So he's just hoping to find something big here, and then the big problem though is that he's gonna have to eventually consider Dark Cross. I'm sure he could do it.
Oh yeah,
it's one of the somewhat easier dark rooms to do, and he's already proven he can do dark rooms without too much trouble. But that will be out of logic, so I wouldn't hold my breath on anything too big being in there.
So as we enter the 1 hour mark, welcome to everyone just joining us. This is a Group R winner go home match between Silverrain64 and sloaters27. It's been an interesting seed. We've not seen the major breakthroughs really until recently. I think with Meridia and with an early gravity suit being the major find here right now, because at Titansmith, Speed Booster, more Moon Pearl, and Various suit all in Meridia. So Pearl was in Watering Hole.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Sloaters leads 3-2 on the bosses. He did Eastern and got a flute off of Armus Knights, which when he gets his Titansmith is going to be huge for him.
Yeah, but he needs to go to Meridia to do that. Meanwhile, Silverrain on to Batwoon.
I think he's pressing a little bit. He's trying to determine what he has and doesn't have. And yeah, he didn't do Agina. So yeah, I think he's a little lost right now. I think he might have Meridia on his mind, but he wants to make absolutely certain there's nothing else on the table before he makes that run.
Yeah, it's starting to get that feeling as well. That's gonna cost him some time, but if he finds anything else along the way, that might pay off, but we know he's not gonna find much. There's a heart piece there behind Batwoon, so that just leaves 2 items left over there.
He's not going to find anything we haven't already seen from Silverrain. Silverrain did a pretty good job clearing the decks as it is. So, you know, it is good. I think he's now going to Meridia because he just started in Mountains. So that's going to be his next play, I think.
Definitely. Silverrain just getting through the last of these Metroids on his way over to Dragon. Now, thankfully, with Speed Booster, he can do Shine Spark strats. It's not the most effective way to kill Dragon, but when you work with what you got here, unless he finds something big on the way in, which the only good thing he can really get to make this really work is Grapple Beam. Obviously, he's not going to be able to get Microwave this quickly, but getting Grapple Beam would definitely pay off big if he finds it.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Did you look at this seed ahead of time?
I did not! I was That is a commentator's blessing, ladies and gentlemen. We have grapple strats in play for Dragon literally right before the fight. Wow! I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, no kidding. So we need to burn all the witches here? Yes, burn the witches! Burn the witches!
Yes, I'm a witch. Who shall burn me? But meanwhile, we just saw a little Keiko Love there. The little mini Dragons actually, their movement pattern spelled the words Keiko Love, something a recent developer recently revealed a couple years ago. So, gotta love how even after all these years, we're still learning things about these classic games. It still amazes me every time.
Sloater's just picking up his Titan's bit, and ooh, does not get to odd job Dragon.
No, he's gonna have to do it the hard way here. He's gonna have to wait it out. This is where you gotta really tricky. You gotta time it just right, and he got it. Who's up for some fried shrimp?
That very took a little more damage out of him, but is, I think, content with that. And down goes Dragon at 104.13.
That's already 3 Super Metroid bosses down for Silverrain, as we find just some missiles behind Dragon. Now, thankfully, he's got Speed Booster, so getting out here won't be too difficult. You just got to set up the Shine Spark right, though. It looks like he's going to go... Yep, he's just making sure it's on first. This is a tricky Shine Spark to set up because there's really not that much room here. There he goes. He got it. Nicely done.
So now he's on his way back. He's gonna get his Various suit, and that's gonna open a lot of stuff up for him. Although, truth be told, I think his next move is well. Actually, I'm not sure what his next move is. He could go a couple of different ways here. He could do Dark World checks for sure. With the Fire Rod, if Skull Woods is a crystal, that's an easy dungeon to clear.
Yeah.
Thieves Town is in play, even though we don't have a hammer. Can still finish it, you just can't full clear it.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Dark World would be the play, because the only thing he can do in Super Metroid in logic is Waterway over in Pink Bryn, but that's a way out of the way check.
Well, with Various suit, he can do a couple other things, and he can do most of Upper Norfair.
Actually, with the items he has, he could fully do Norfair, Upper and Lower. It's all available.
Yeah.
Don't know if you'd want to do Lower Norfair with such a low loadout, but it's very well possible.
Yeah, Lower Norfair is in logic with the cross-game transition. Yeah, because he can go in through Misery Mire with his item set.
Actually, he couldn't because he doesn't have Flute. He has to go to Eastern first.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has to go to Eastern first. I think did Silverrain pick the wrong? Yes, he did.
He did. Oh, he's probably feeling bad for that one. Yeah, he went to the right pit. He needed to go into the left. Got himself mixed up there, though. Could he be considering something else? No, he's not going that way, because considering he went all the way to the right there, he might have been thinking Shack Tool. It's out of logic, but he could go for it if he really wanted.
Sloaters sees the Various suit. He's like, oh yeah, I am definitely taking that.
And we also didn't comment on this, but there was powder there as well.
Yeah, I think I thought I mentioned it, but yeah, powder. Great item to have late in the game because it's 7 hearts every time you take out one of those anti-fairies, and for some of those late dungeons, you definitely want that.
Absolutely.
Silverrain taking kind of the reverse exit out of here. He's got to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage from those spikes. Getting a little sloaters on us with his risky maneuvering.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah, he's kind of scaring me here.
And Sloaters is heading back to Norfair. That's interesting. He sees the potential in going for this. Yeah, this is an interesting play. I see the logic in what he's doing. A lot of item checks.
The only downside is that he didn't get that speed booster from the right sandpit, so that might make some areas difficult. Not impossible, but difficult to do. Like, I don't think he'll be doing Croc this way, but... Let's see if he finds anything in Upper Norfair, at least. He didn't find much over in the Cathedral. I did not see... Oh, let me double check. Okay, nothing over in Bubble Mountain.
So while we wait for Silverrain to come back to us,
there we go.
in trouble with his bomb jumps here.
He's got a little... Oh, there he goes. He got up there. Slower's now checking vanilla speed booster. Finds an E-tank in front of the door. And another E-tank inside.
Hey, double your pleasure.
Double your fun. And thankfully, since he does not have speed booster, he will not have to worry about the lava rising. He can just walk his way out of here.
And Chad actually brought up a good point. Sloaters, if he wants to, can backdoor his way to Dragon through Southeast Dark World.
Yeah, over in the shopping mall. Checking Norfair Reserve. A little bit of trouble there. Finds a little bit of love. And what's over here in the hidden spot? Just some cash. Nothing.
Yeah, so... And it makes sense. He might end up missing out on a sword upgrade as a result. Depends on how far along he is when he goes back there. But we'll see. So in the meantime, Silverrain is now going. Looks like he's going to go to Croc at this point, and probably to Lower Norfair from there. Oh, he's kind of light on health right now. He's only at 98 health.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. I think he's going to Ice Beam first. Ooh, Red Mail over by Wave Beam for Sloaters. Again, Link to the Past very generous with the defenses here. And ooh, Bacon Coin.
So our first medallion of the game, Quake Medallion. It is worth noting we have not seen a single Dark World check, so we don't know at all what's required here. We'll get an idea, I think, when we get our first player to go to Mire, and it might be Sloaters at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of our runners might even be considering whether or not Turtle Rock is essential, because if there's one thing I've learned about these randomizers, always bet on Pendant Dungeons, and especially Green Pendant. And we've got Green Pendant Turtle Rock. We've already confirmed that thanks to Sir Hasselot.
Yeah, that's the only thing we have confirmed so far. So Silverrain is going down to take on Crocs. Sloaters is going to lower Norfair and is on his way to Ridley.
Bit of an early play for that one. We'll see if that pays off for him here. I mean, he could easily pull it off, but oh boy.
Yeah, right sand pit was where Speed Booster was.
Very efficient use of those super missiles there from Silverrain taking on Crocomire. There's a few shots, but he's got more than enough supers. He's going to take the big guy down. Into the acid he goes. Sloater's taking the back way into Screw Attack. Finds a bomb upgrade.
He'll take on GT, take care of that, and then it's to I think Misery Mire just to get an idea. There's $300 and
So he's got Sloaters has got GT in a pretty good spot. Ooh, that's boots!
yeah.
Chad always likes to say, always bet on Croc. Let's see. We got a peek over at Showcase Showdown. We're about to see. I cannot. We've got to go hard.
Oh, the high jump.
Oh,
Tempting.
Oh, that's evil.
Tempting.
That's tempting. Yeah, considering we haven't found any other good movement upgrades, that might be worth going around for. Problem is, he can't get to it just yet because we need space jump for that.
Right, yeah, he doesn't have space jump, so that's out. So we have Mire, and its ether is required for Mire. Silverrain trying to do gate glitch. He's having a little trouble with his timing, though.
Just a tad. Alright, Slaughter checking Mire's shed now. Got some blueberries and some love. Not much.
Okay,
There
got
we
it.
go.
With one super remaining. Alright. Slaughter's not even giving us a map check.
Gonna tease us like that, man. Alright. So Silverrain taking the back way over to Grapple Beam. Just some super missiles. Again, we still haven't found charge, so the more super missiles, the better. We need 60 from Mother Brain.
And since we only have 35 missiles, it's actually kind of surprising. But
oh, silver arrows.
well, that's going to make a few boss fights a lot easier.
Lastly is the cosine room and just some love there. Still, Croc not paying off in progression per se, though boots definitely might be, but paying off in accessories. Definitely gonna be happy to get boots and silvers out of that.
Yeah, and Slaughter's having a little trouble getting out of here, but he's finally through. Silverrain. Okay, so
he's getting out of Croc. Meanwhile, Sloater's over in worst room in the game. And considering he doesn't have very many movement upgrades, this is definitely going to be worst room in the game for him tonight.
Yeah, this is not going to be a lot of fun for Sloaters at all.
Yeah, as you can see, he has to wall jump his way up this incline, but he gets it finally. Not an easy thing to do. Silverrain will have a little bit easier time, but not by much, unless we find space jumping somewhere.
So Silver is out of Croc Escape, so now it looks...
Ooh, we got literacy. Book him a door over in Mickey Mouse room.
So that puts Desert into play, and that's it for the moment. No pet, and pet. You can do a pet check if he wants.
Yeah, unless you find Mirror, you're not going for pet check. Like, they're gonna want to have Mirror and be in Skull to get to Skull Woods before they get the pet check.
That's true. Yeah, you don't want to.
You're not going out of your way for a pet check. If it's easy to check and you're in Skull Woods, you've got Book and Mirror, then you'll do pet check. But otherwise, most runners tend to just say, I'll take my chance.
Yeah. We don't know what crystals or what dungeons are pendants apart from Turtle Rocks, so unfortunately, we're kind of left guessing. Because what those pendants are will inform what could be at the pet. Although I think in terms of progression, I think we pretty much sunk everything altogether. It can't be Ice Rod. It could be a medallion, I suppose. That's about it.
Yeah, it could be our ether medallion that we're still looking for. But yeah, let's see. Can't be Kane because we need that for Turtle Rocks. And can't, like you said, can't be the Ice Rod.
Can't be Hook Shot. Can't be Hook Shot is really unlikely.
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, it's not technically required for Turtle Rocks. So it's hard to say, but the odds are very slim. To be quite honest, I would not be surprised if that is not going to be there.
Seem to have a break in the action for Silverrain. I don't know what's going on there.
Definitely don't know there. Let's see. Sloater's gonna be heading over to Power Bombs of Shame. He stopped. Oh no, he's skipping Power Bombs of Shame.
No, he'll do it on the way out.
But instead, he's gonna go take on what I call the Rider Pirates because they are bug-like enemies that do drop kicks. So I call it a homage to the classic Tokusatsu series Kamen Rider. Rider Kick.
Okay, so Silverrain, after about a 60-second pause there, is back in action. So Sloaters is going to have to make a bit of a refill here. So he's short on supers by 11, and he might just want to, stock, probably get some health while he's at it.
Yeah, you're definitely going to make sure you're stocked up, especially for Sloaters. Yeah, you want to make sure you're stocked up because you want your 30 super missiles and as many regular missiles as you can going into Ridley. Meanwhile, Silverrain got a IBJ up to Norfair Reserve.
From there, he'll probably go to Wave and Speed Booster. Okay, he's at 29 supers. He seems to think that'll be enough. Given his skill level, I'm sure it is. Just can't miss. Spam a bit on the regular missiles, soften them up a bit. And down goes Ridley.
Nicely done.
122.07. Well, Just some supers today. Silverrain prematurely left. Like, oh wait, I want that.
Thankfully, you can just go right back in and get the E-tanks.
So we're at 4-3 on the bosses. Sloaters has done 3 Super Metroid bosses and 1 Crystal in A Link to the Past. Silverrain has just done 3 Super Metroid bosses, and it's probably on his way now to Ridley, I'd say.
And just some money over Power Bomb's a shame, so not much there. Silverrain getting his red mail now. Since we're not going to be seeing anything new for a minute or two here, I think this would be a good time to remind you guys to give our runners a follow, show some love for the amazing gameplay they're giving us here tonight. They definitely deserve it. Is the bot not working for some reason? Because the commands aren't coming up.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Huh.
So, Sloater's working his way out of Lower Norfair. And Ikir is our tracker, so GG's to him for sure. He's done a great job tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. A good tracker can always make our jobs a lot easier. They are the unsung heroes of these speedrun races, so definitely always give them some love as well.
So with Boots now, the first thing he's gonna do is actually there are a couple of things. First thing he's probably gonna do. I thought he was gonna do King's Tomb first, but now he's gonna do Bonk Rocks.
Hmm. Ooh, X-ray. That's nice. By the way,
Chat's asking any. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if did we check the last few items in Norfair Escape?
Yeah, it wasn't anything special.
All right, just double checking for mine. I have my own tracker up so I can keep track of what locations we've checked so far. Ooh, what a clip there by Sloaters! Wow.
Chat's asking any troll items so far. Well, that mushroom and lumberjack, I guess, is a troll, taunting us and enticing us. So yeah, that's probably the only thing we have as far as troll items. Silverrain is on his way now to. Oh, he's going to do Back of Escape. He hasn't done that yet.
No. You know, there wasn't much in Escape for him to check, so he's not going to find much here, unfortunately. It looks like Sloaters will be the first of our runners to enter the Dark World properly. You know, he checked earlier. Where's our map check? Let's see. Crystal 5 at Skull Woods. Crystal 6 at Ice Palace. Blue Pendant at Mire. Red Pendant at Swamp.
So that puts Skull and Thieves Town right in Sloater's crosshairs as far as finishing dungeons.
Skull Woods, especially since we can full clear that. We have that fire rod, so yeah, that makes perfect sense for him to go here first.
And Silverrain is following suit. He still hasn't done Ridley, but he's gonna be clearing out some crystals, it looks like.
I agree with Chad on this one. Even though we know where high jump boots are, you can consider those just gone because nobody is going. Because by the time you get space jump, you don't need high jump boots. Why would you get them? Sloater's going directly to the back of Skull Woods. This is actually a smart play here because if both items are actually in the back, you save yourself a lot of time, and if not, you're going to be heading on the way back anyway, so you can stop and grab whatever you're missing on the way out. So this is probably the most efficient route to go through Skull Woods. Silverrain's got to be careful here. He has no magic, so he's going to make sure he's filled up by the time he gets into the back, or else he's going to be in trouble.
Well, he's got that green potion. Now's the time to use it.
Very smart move there.
So with Baby Sword, this is going to be a bit of a chore for them. They're going to have to be accurate with their fire rod shots.
Yeah, half magic makes this a little bit easier, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. What makes it difficult is if you accidentally hit Mothula into the spikes will negate your damage. It's a bit of an interesting situation with that one, how that was programmed in, because the spikes originally in the vanilla game do butter sword damage, and they just decided to make Mothula immune to butter sword damage. So, yeah.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Another, so Sloaters is going to use his blue potion here because he's getting dinged on both. And down goes Mothula.
Very well done. Very nice payoff there. That's the map, so no items yet, but he still hasn't checked that front chest and back, so we might still find something there.
So 129.16 or so for Sloaters. Silverrain's still working on Mothula. He's actually been pretty good with his movement so far. He's playing pretty defensively.
Yeah, and down goes Mothula there. But I noticed Sloaters just skipped that. He just orphaned that front chest in the back of Skull Woods. I question that idea.
Yeah, that's a little odd. So 129.50 for Silverrain, so it's 5-4 on the bosses. Floater's still with a one-boss lead in this winner-go-home Group R final.
Make or break time. There's the big key. All right, Silverrain's going to check that chest in the back end. Hopefully, if it's an item, and especially if it's a progression item, this could be a big play for Silverrain. Let's see what he missed. Let's see what Sloaters missed. Never mind, big 20.
Was an item, just not what we need then. Though Sloaters might. We'll see if Sloaters gets in a panic with his counting.
And he's going to check the big chest since he just got that big key. And there's a small key. Wow, nice, thanks. Not like we wanted an item or anything, no. Sloaters was thinking about it. He was like, oh yeah, I still need to find finding items here, so I need to go check these other chests. Especially if it ends up being anything. There's the compass, so I think this next chest has to be the item. And it's just some love. So Skullwood's total loss, but get the crystal, so we'll take it.
Alright, so that's just a...
I get the feeling Sloaters forgot about that chest because he's going into bumper room. There's no reason to go in here because the only thing you're going to find here is a key.
Somebody actually check Book of Medora ped, or excuse me, Master Sword ped.
I don't think they did. I think it's based on logic here. I don't think there's any chance.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because the
Swamp Palace is a pen. Yeah. Yeah, because both the medallion dungeons are pendants, as is Swamp. So even Hookshot can't be on Ped. Yeah, Ped is totally dead.
Ped's dead. Ped's dead.
Ped is dead. Long live the Ped.
Yes. Alright, so Silverrain, armed with this knowledge, is going to head back into Thieves Town, it looks like. Or actually, he's going to check, take a quick peek at a Bumper Cave, it appears.
No, we know where the cape is, so if it ends up being important, we'll know what to do when we come when we get it. Nope, never mind. Useless.
It is not important.
Very rarely is. Next stop for Silverrain's gonna be Village of Outcasts. He's probably hoping he can find the hammer here because he wants to go into Thieves Town with it. The last thing you want to do is have to find out there's an item in the big chest and have to orphan it.
Well, at this point, though, there aren't a lot of items where that could actually be true. So, you know, if you have to skip it, it's not the worst thing in the world.
This is true. Chess game being a bust as well. Alright, Silverrain gonna check the brewery. Meanwhile, Sloaters is making his run into Thieves Town.
So four potential items here in Thieves Town.
We already found one because we found a missile pack. We can potentially find one more here in the front, though one of the two items here has to be the big key.
Right. Just came from a barn burner. How's this one going? This one is also a barn burner. We have a very tight match right now between Silverrain and Sloaters. Sloaters with a slight lead on the boss count, but Silverrain is holding some items that could make his progression through Super Metroid a little quicker. So it's going to be very close right now. They're both in the same dungeon, going for Silverrain's second crystal and Sloaters' third.
Sloaters now getting ready to head into the Hellway. Very careful movement there. Oh, Silverrain skipped a key there. There's the map.
Yes, but he's figuring he doesn't need it because he doesn't have hammer.
That's true. That is very true.
So he can finish this dungeon without it. There's nothing that's going to stop him.
Doesn't save him all that much time, but it does a little bit. Every second counts in these kind of races, especially as close as these two are right now. All right, so now we got the Maiden's Chest.
Good news for the runners is blind takes 9 hits no matter what sword you have. So with both of them have fighter sword in this case, so it's not a big deal for either of them.
No, the only advantage to having the higher upgrade swords is that you get an extra like pixel or so of length to work with.
Right.
But that's not really all that much to work with. And if you're doing if you know how to script the fight with blind, it's not really a difference maker, honestly. On Blind's pun of the day. The beach, I'm not sure I can make it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am known for my puns, and even I couldn't make puns as bad as these.
Down goes Blind.
Very nicely done there by Sloaters.
Oh!
And, ooh, someone call Phantom Ryu, because that's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane! That also means that big chest is useless, because I believe that was all 4 items accounted for. Or no, there's still 1 left.
No, there's still 1 left.
Still, I don't think they're worried about it that much at this point.
Unless it's a medallion, then yeah, they will be. But for the moment, so it's 6-5 between the 2 runners. They finished they grabbed the crystal 24 seconds apart. Silverrain's having a little trouble with his decision making here. I don't know what. Okay, he's going to the C-shaped room, I guess, but he already was in there.
Getting himself a little eye. He's already full cleared the Village of Outcasts left. If I'm
I don't know. So I don't know what he's doing here. Like, okay, he got some money, I suppose, but he's double running. He's double checking stuff he doesn't need to. I don't understand. Some of these hesitation checks could end up hurting him.
Yeah, he needs every second he can to keep up with Sloaters, who's over in the digging game right now. Looks like he's going to have to work for it. 50 rupees, though, not what he was hoping for.
No. On the other hand, with all the digging Silverrain's doing, he's actually going to turn a profit.
It's true. All right, next up, Old Stumpy. Nothing. Ugh, this seat is playing hard to get.
Thank you, Maniacal. I apologize.
Ah. All right, so Sloaters up here. Hyper gripe time. What we got in here today? I got some more power bombs. Not really that useful, all things considered. Let's see. Anything good? A lot of health. A lot of health. Yeah, that's a trash cave. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a very healthy hype cave, but it's not forward progress. So, let's see. Well, Sloaters can do, Ice and Desert are both in play. Well, Desert's not a guarantee.
And Ice isn't really Ice isn't really fully in play given the items we found.
No, it's okay, Silverrain's realizing, yeah, I gotta stop here.
Yeah, actually, I don't know why Sloaters is in ice, because unless he finds the hammer here, he's going to have to exit out and double dip.
So this will be a bit of a challenge for Sloaters with Fighter Sword. Silverrain, meanwhile, going to see if our friend the Smithy is going to give us anything good today.
Yep, time to take Jeremiah home.
So there's 3 items in Swamp. 3 items in Ice. Well, there's a vanilla sword upgrade.
Yeah, I want it for some vanilla ice cream.
So Silverrain is up a sword now, which is valuable. Blue sword strats for Ganon are no fun, but with Silvers, at least the final phase of the fight is pretty straightforward.
That is true, though. I believe the third sword was something pretty easy to get to, because that's what the one Sloaters found before, so he might end up picking that up later.
Yeah, it was in the wall at it was at the wall in outside Wreck Ship.
Oh, that's right. That's the one Silverrain skipped.
Yeah, she skipped that one.
She going back that way? Ooh, icebreaker there from Sloaters.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot lately in matches from some of the high-level runners. Yeah, it looks like Silverrain is going back toward Wreck Ship. Apart from that sword upgrade, though, not going to find a whole lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, though that might still be a difference maker, all things considered. You never know. We'll have to see how that plays out.
Odds are Sloaters is going to probably visit Smithy, so that's one sword right there.
I guess it comes down to whether or not we find that last sword upgrade. If Sloaters finds the third sword upgrade, or the fourth sword upgrade, and gets his tempered sword, that'll pretty much be game.
Well, it certainly does. It certainly makes life easier. Sloaters going down. I'm probably going to reverse engineer the rest of this dungeon.
Makes sense.
So, but in terms of route, it's really hard to say. Silverrain has a better selection of items, I want to say, but I don't know. It's hard. This little detour, as I think, yeah, apart from the sword is going to be useful, but I'm not sure what it means long term.
It's going to come down to whether or not she can use that to catch up from where she's at now, considering she's already going to be wasting more time doing this. There's the mirror in Ice Palace, and Sloaters is out of that.
I'm a little surprised he didn't go for the kill there and just finish it.
He can't. He doesn't have hammer.
Oh, you're right. Duh. That's stupid hammer. Yeah,
trust me, I was thinking about the whole time. That's why I was wondering why Sloaters was in Ice Palace. Like, he's going to have to double dip now because he did that. But then again, if mirror leads to hammer, well, then maybe it was the right call after all. Maybe it was a required double dip. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Aghanim to Lumberjack, which has the mushroom. Mushroom has the hammer.
That would be evil.
Yeah, I know you love it.
Chat certainly does, though. that would be a trouble for Sloaters because he doesn't have the boots yet. That was in Croc.
Yeah. And that's a bit of a slog to get there too.
Yeah, there's no easy way there, but Sloater's gonna go ahead and start Tower of Hair. Already found the first item, which is just a pack of bombs. So he finds the last item on the way up. He's hoping for the big key here, and he gets it. So he can hopefully avoid the basement altogether because he only has to find one item. If he finds that on the way up, basement's dead, and he's gonna be happy.
Yeah, bumper cave was nothing. Silverrain, because she's coming here now, is actually gonna have a little easier go of it with some of these places.
Yeah, she can just literally shine spark up here to. Oh, ooh! I don't think that was what she was hoping to do there.
Not quite. Oh.
Yeah, she sees it though. She's like, "Ooh, temperate sword, yes, please." Sloater's gonna use a bomb jump to get to the big chest here. There's the map. Oh, this is getting nifty.
It could be basement required, unless this is key locked.
Yep, it's either going to be the small key to the basement, or it's going to be the item, and the basement is locked inside its own chest.
Where is the sword that Sloaters? Well, he's missed two swords. Well, one is Smithy. Where was the other one?
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct, that's right. So unfortunately, Sloaters has to do this the traditional way with 6 sword slashes because he only has a baby sword. So he's going to have to deal with an angry troll dorm.
But he gets through. No trolling for him today. Let's see, what is the drop? So we're going to the basement.
Yep, we're going to the basement. 149.47 for Sloaters. That's 7 bosses now. 4 crystals, 3 SM bosses. So up 7-5 on Silverrain.
Silverrain, she's not even going to take that last bottle. She's like, no thanks, I'm good. Also, I'm going to apologize right now. I just realized I had certain audio settings up, so you guys were probably hearing all my button presses for Discord call.
I didn't really hear much, but it's all good. Alright, so Sloaters, is this little odyssey worth it?
That's a good question. Here we go. Light the torches, there's the chest, and we get nothing. So he's gonna save and quit out. Ugh. Honestly, with that mirror, I'd say Mire Desert is probably the best play for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, he can't finish. He might not be able to finish Desert if it's boots locked.
That's true, but between all those items, that's a lot of potential checks right there.
Yeah, Silver, thinking this through for a second. Oh, she's gonna check Kateria Supers.
Ooh, this is a tricky play here because we're running out of like easy locations. We're gonna have to do a lot of one-off checks here. Though I think Sloaters might. Well, actually, Sloaters could go to Magic Bat, and then he has the mirror now.
Yeah, he can do a back cut on that.
But it looks like he might be going to Graveyard Ledge. That's the only thing I can think of where he's going. Oh no, where's? Oh, he hasn't checked Bumper Ledge yet.
Yeah. Ooh, Silverrain unfortunately missed out on that.
Without the ice beam, this is a little bit trickier. You got to get that jump. There we go. And it's not going to pay off, though, because there's only a little bit of love up there. Oh, wait, I don't think Sloaters ever checked Lumberjack. He's probably not sure what's up here yet. He's about to see how trolly it is.
That might have him tempted. Although he needs Magic Cape right now to actually get in.
Sloaters got Magic Cape because he got.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
That's probably why he checked it. He's like, should I be concerned about this? Oh, that's right. He needs boots.
Right, needs boots. Yeah, boots are in Meridia, I believe.
No, Croc.
Oh, Croc. That's right. Duh. Yeah, my items messed up.
We have all had. I cannot count on both hands how many times I've done that. Don't feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah, the other speed thing is in Meridia. Yeah, it's in Sandpit.
Now, Sloaters is checking Graveyard Ledge, as I was predicting.
Silverrain's going for Waterway.
Ooh, this could be interesting. This is a very out of the way check, but they haven't grabbed any of the items here, so there might be. This is actually a good time to check this. And just an E-Tank in Graveyard. And just missiles in Waterway. So based on my map... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so the play for Silverrain right now, even though it's out of logic, is to go into Eastern.
Because we know that flute's sitting there. But in terms of logic checks, actually right now, Super Metroid, between both runners, Super Metroid's pretty much cleaned out. There's very little, if anything, left to check. The only two locations that are out of logic, that are even out of logic, are Shack Tool and Plasma. Those have not been checked, but again, those are out of logic. In logic, there is absolutely nothing left.
Sloaters passed up on Catfish there.
I'm kind of hesitant about that move because I've seen that happen where you skip Catfish and then Catfish ends up having something. I mean, even if it's nothing, if you're right there, check it. You will regret if you don't.
Just $100.
Pyramid Ledge Pyramid Ledge not paying off either. And answering question, chat, wouldn't Shack Tool be in logic with grapple? No, you need either high jump or space jump to get to those. So they need a jump upgrade in order for Shack Tool to be in logic. Now again, out of logic, they can go check them. It's not like they can't get around that problem. But for it to be in logic, they need either high jump boots or space jump. Now Sloaters is checking Catfish. He did not forget.
At this point, we're down to dungeon checks at this point.
All right, let's see what Catfish has got. Nope.
Reserve tank.
Nope tank.
A nope tank. Yeah, nope tank.
That's why we called it a nope tank, because you see it and you're like, nope.
Silverrain in a similar bind here. Lack of choices. Looks like she's going to go to Eastern now. No?
Nope. Where is she going? Is she going to ice as well?
I think so.
I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe we did need a double dip ice.
I think so.
But we'll have to see, because there is still a couple other areas we can check. I mean, we still haven't done pod yet. Pod could be something.
Pod,
I mean, even if
yeah, pod is in play.
we still got quite a few checks in the east side, or the west side of Dark World, though most of those require the mirror. So if any of those have the items we're looking for, then yeah, double dip ice is required, because we've got checkerboard cave, mirror cave, all the tablets are still in play.
Although sloaters can't unlock any of them right now.
No.
Bombos and Ether are out. Sloaters is going to back Meridia.
As of right now, to answer another question in chat, Plasma is not in Logic at this point. Because you need at least Screw Attack, if not Plasma being itself, for that to be in play. So in terms of anything else, no. Pseudo Screw is a glitch, therefore it has to be, that is basically a out of logic play. And Sloater's getting his grapple beam. He's going to finally take on Dragon and finish up his Super Metroid bosses.
Much easier dungeon for Silverrain with that tempered sword.
Yeah, but once again, still can't full clear because we do not know where that hammer is. Probably should take this opportunity, since we're seeing a lot of stuff we've already seen. Let me remind you guys that the prizes for this year's combo randomizer tournament is being handled by Rank1.global. Basically, the social media of gaming. You can set up your account and show people what games you're playing, which ones are your favorites, and other things of that sort. You can see actually below each of our players' names, they have their own Rank1.global accounts, so go ahead and give those a follow as well. I actually have one myself. It's pretty simple, but it's fun. Definitely a very good starting out. So these guys, check that out, Rank1.global. Check it out today.
Sloater's gonna try to go for the barbecue. He's gonna try and fry some Meridia, some Dragon, but having a little trouble with the setup.
Yeah, got to get him all right over there. Ooh, almost got him.
There it is. So down goes Dragon at 201.27. So that's 8 bosses for Sloaters, up 3 right now on Silverrain.
So with that mirror, she might have a chance to catch up, so don't count her out yet.
It helps. It absolutely. And first thing she does is go back to back to Death Mountain, and gonna take down Tower of Hera.
And yeah, chat pointing out the fact that she's got silver arrows will definitely help her catch up very quickly once she starts dealing with the Dark World bosses. Bosses like Helmassar King,
Argus.
Will probably go down pretty. Actually, remember Argus's pendant. She probably won't be dealing with Argus though.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
Landmole is our.
Yeah, Landmolus and Helmus are the only two bosses he's got to worry about with Silver Arrows, because Gold
Well,
Stare doesn't deal with that.
And Armus Knights, because she hasn't done that yet.
Oh yeah, good point. Armos Knights. Oh, that'll be real quick.
Yeah, that should be a 6-shot finish.
So in terms of go mode, we're still missing at least a couple of items. We need Lamp, technically, because obviously that's in logic. Though at this point, it may not be necessary. Well, actually, no, Pod. Pod, yeah, definitely going to want Lamp for that. There's the Master Sword for Sloaters. And the other item we're still looking for is the Hammer. That Hammer is the big one.
I imagine our runners are fairly comfortable at this point with dark rooms. I'm really only dark room they're going to have to worry about is Pod at this point.
Yeah, the other thing is like, isn't Hookshot also technically required for Ganon's Tower?
Yes, unless you know how to hover.
Which I'm willing to bet most run. Well, almost. There's only a few runners that even know how to hover, so safe to say, yeah, Hookshot's required. So we've got 3 items to go mode as far as that's concerned. We're still missing quite a few of the weapons for Super Metroid. I mean, we've got all of the items technically for go mode except for a jump upgrade. We only know where one of them is. Wait a minute. I just realized where Sloaters at. Oh yep. My. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a shack check. It's going to be tricky, but if he could pull this off, we're going to see Shaq. Ugh. Problem is you got to line up that jump while dealing with that sand pit. That quicksand cannot make it easy. Now for Silverrain, she's gonna have a much easier time with Moldorm here. As long as she doesn't get Trolldormed, this will only take a few shots.
Yeah, 3 regular swings will do it. You gotta be careful.
Trolldorm's not gonna make it easy.
Nope. There it is.
She doesn't have too much trouble. She got it.
$205, 205.12. That's 6. If after she does her obligatory check through the basement, I think the play at this point is to run a double on Pod and Eastern and hope like hell one of them actually has the hammer.
And actually, I just realized Silverrain can do one other check that Sloaters had to skip because she's got Book of Medora. She could check the Ether Tablet. If that has something, that could be a big play.
Wait, she has the book?
I know one of them has the book.
No, he's got the book.
Oh, he's got the
Lower North Air Escape.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Why didn't Sloaters check Ether Tablet then? I mean, even if he couldn't pick it up, he could have at least checked it to see if it was anything essential.
That's a good question. I don't know.
All right, so Sloaters finally on it, going through the Shack tool room. Now, this is technically an out-of-logic play, but if it's got something, I don't think it's going to matter.
All right, moment of truth.
And it's a waste.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Shack Tool has betrayed us.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much par for the course, isn't it? Silverrain having to think about that.
You know, we still haven't seen Mirror Cave. I'll be laughing if there's something there and nobody's checked it.
Oh, K45? Yeah.
Yeah. I call it Mirror Cave because I think K45 just seems like a dumb name, personally.
Yeah, so actually, I think Silverrain's got the right idea here. Clear out the rest of the CAC checks. do everything but hammer pegs, of course.
Slaughters, I think, is heading over to Plasma.
Plasma clear with just speed. Alrighty then.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. And it doesn't. Yeah, he's going to have to rely on Speed Booster to clear out these pirates. Because normally only Screw Attack or Plasma Beam can take these guys out. So he's going to have to really work his magic here. This is where you're going to start to see how good of a runner he is to be able to pull off this kind of play. Because for any average runner, this would be a soft lock.
Yeah. And even for sloaters, like, this is, at best, a real pain.
As you can see, that one pirate at the top, you know, kind of out of the way, and you only have so much time to launch a Shine Spark, so you've got to get it right there. You got to be right on point.
And Sloaters might have boxed himself in. I don't think he's saved in the last 10 to 15 minutes. He's got to do this.
Yeah, he does. Oh, that might be enough. That did the trick.
Yeah, so it worked out for him, but man.
I think he's still got one more pirate left.
No, he's done.
Oh, no, he's got it. He's done. He's got it. All right, purple chest for Silverrain. She's going to find out what that is. That's one of the other two big checks we haven't seen yet is purple chest.
Doesn't she could have done but yeah, it would have been a bit of a chore, but she could also could have done hammer pegs, I suppose. But no, I this is probably the better route.
And she's gonna check Mirror Cave. Leave the chest behind because she can't go in there. Nope, just some love.
Right. I meant you can do Magic Bat Cave. That's what I guess I meant. Magic Bat
yeah,
Cave.
Magic.
Right?
Yeah, Bat Cave is in play because you can mirror from the Dark World to get to Bat Cave.
So Purple Chest has carried some pretty good items of late. Is today going to be one of them?
And let's find out. Is she gonna mirror over? And nope. So looking at my tracker, there's only 3 things they can check. As far, at least Silverrain has 3 places she can check. Checkerboard Cave. Oh no, she can't even do that. She doesn't have flute. She needs to get to Eastern for that. So for her, there's only 2 spots. There's only Magic Bat. That and Pod.
Well,
that's
yeah,
all she can do.
It looks like she's going for Pod, actually.
Now, Sloaters, on the other hand, he's got Desert that he can do, and he's going to check that.
So this could be this could be the breaking point right here. If one of them walks away with Hammer, that's huge.
It comes down to the hammer.
Yes, and Chad's pointing out that the mushroom is casting a looming shadow. Well, unfortunately, Sloaters cannot finish Desert. He doesn't have boots.
Nope, we are boots locked, which also affects him getting that mushroom. Then again, he got the big key, so he could at least get the crystal, but he will not be able to full clear this dungeon.
Yeah, he can finish. There is that. That'll put him at 9.
And it looks like one of the items is on that right side, so it is boots required. But Silverrain now entering Palace of Darkness, so as I like to call it, the Mullet Mansion. Thank you, Dr. Bob Tasser, for that name. Because with Pod, most of the keys... Huh?
Mullet Mansion.
Reason why we call it that is because with Pod, most of the keys tend to be located towards the front, while most of the important items that you're going to find are usually in the back. So like any good mullet, it's business in the front, party in the back.
So Sloaters, I think, realizes by logic there can't be anything in terms of progression at the end of the line here.
Yeah.
Do checkerboard cave.
Probably the smart play there. I'm having a little trouble with it. Oh no! Well, actually, no. He's gonna at least get the crystal.
Makes sense. You might as well. You're right here. Just do it. It's that kind of logic that led him to do Eastern early, and that paid off very nicely in the form of that flute.
Absolutely. And now you're starting to see on Silverrain's side why we call this the Mullet Mansion, because again, a lot of keys in the front. Very rarely are there big items in the back. And there's the big key, so at least we don't have to worry about finding that. Silver Arrows, of course, making very quick work of those mimics. Onto the harmless hellway. Yeah, that's the other thing. We still have not even found a lamp yet, which, ooh, that's always rough. Let's see. There's another small key. Floater's now taking on Land Molus. Already taking one down.
Hammer!
Hammer time! Pod was the play. French vanilla that. And only an E-tank for Sloaters in Desert. All right, Silverrain, she must be feeling a sigh of relief now that she's finally got that hammer. Still a ways behind, but at least now she has a chance to catch up with that hammer.
Yeah, it's 9-6 on the bosses right now in favor of Sloaters. Without the lamp, though, this... Well, I assume she can do dark rooms.
Yeah, she could still find the hook shot in here, which would be huge. But let's see what Sloaters finds in Checkerboard Cave. Oh, just a swag net. Now, we didn't see what one of the items that Silverrain picked up in the in that dark room, which makes me believe that it wasn't an essential item.
Didn't see what that was.
Yeah, it's not telling us nothing here. We're going blind on this one. Yeah, we saw one of the items in that other one. All right, what's in the big chest? Space jump!
Not a bad pull.
Pod is being very loaded here today. We don't even know what those other chests that they found were, so she might have had more stuff that we don't even know about yet.
Nothing as far as the what we can see on the map. Now they can go get high jump. Yes, they could. Will they? Yeah, well.
Wouldn't exactly hold my breath on that idea. Of course, that Canis Amaria proving very useful, being able to just bypass having to push that statue around.
Sloaters now has a red sword. Still short of some silvers, unfortunately, until he goes to Croc.
And Floater's going to actually check Magic Bat. We have not seen this yet.
Nope.
Oh, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. There's our lamp.
So Magic Bat's holding the lamp, so Dark Room exploration will be a little easier for Sloaters here in Pod. Alright, well. We're technically, we still need hook shot. That's the last really piece of the puzzle here, and who knows where that is?
Yeah, seriously, we still have one item. We still have possibly an item unaccounted for here with Helmassar King. Gonna go for tempered sword strats here. Not gonna use the silver arrows because with good aim, silver arrows, one shot, one kill. But nonetheless, very quick fight there for Silverrain. She takes down the Helmassar King. What is he guarding? Just the missile pack. So I'm pretty sure that's all items accounted for.
Yeah. So that's 7 for Silverrain. She's 2 back now on Sloaters. And I think she's going to go for the double here and do Easter now.
She's starting to catch up really quickly now. This is why we always say don't count any runner out. Just because they're ways behind does not mean they can't catch up very quickly. And we are seeing that with Silverrain. She is quickly closing that gap on Sloaters.
Yeah, chat's saying she knows how to hover. So, nice to have, I guess, but not required, I guess, in her case. Yeah, I guess, so, say go mode about 215.
I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to call it until I see her actually accomplish a hover and get through there, because she may still, because hovering, even those who hover can hover well, like Andy, don't always mean they can do it that easily. Doesn't mean they don't struggle and end up having to need that hook shot later. So until I see either her hover or her get a hook shot, I'm not calling it.
Alright, well.
I'm calling Schrodinger's go mode.
Schrodinger's go mode, yes. So Silverrain's is gonna knock it down to 9-8 here. Well, it's hard to tell if she's go-moding dungeons, because she already did this dungeon.
Yeah, and she's already done Ice Palace, too, so, yeah.
We're
not going to see her go-moding dungeons.
Or actually, once she gets the flute, she might just go to Desert next.
Yeah, Desert's the only dungeon she can go-mode, really. And even then, she might still double-check just to see if it has that hook shot, because we still have an item unaccounted for.
Sloaters is checking. Checked Bombos, came up empty. He's going to now check Ether.
Yep, we still don't know what's on this tablet now that he's got that tempered sword. By the way, Acre, we need to get that updated. E-Tank. Yeah, Acre, we're still showing Master Sword on Sloaters. He definitely has tempered.
So it's 9-8 on the boss count between Silverrain. Sloater's leading Silverrain 9-8 right now, but Silverrain is been on a tear the last 15 minutes, knocking out 3 crystals in short order, and is well on her way to getting at least 2 more. And with the items that she currently is sitting on, she could very easily take the lead here in the next few minutes.
The longer Sloaters goes without going to pod, the closer she's going to get to closing that gap. Everyone rides the Link Past National Anthem, by the way.
Looks like he's going for Croc.
This'll help.
This will help, but this is about 30 minutes too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, and again, it's keeping him away from Palace of Darkness, which is where he needs to go. Especially now that he has that lamp. We know he needs to go to pod to get that hammer. And maybe we'll see what else is there. Who knows what other items we've got.
Yeah. Silverrain is checking. I think she's just, at this point, looking for charge, really. I mean, charge would be a nice thing to have.
Yeah, though I'm not sure. I believe Super Metroid items may not always appear when you pull them in a dark room chest, if you get a chest in a dark room. So there's a very strong possibility she has charge and doesn't even know it yet.
Possibly. We're not going to know in the interim. She's checking Checkerboard Cave right now.
She may even take this opportunity to just go into Lower Norfair and take out Ridley.
Yeah. Desert first, probably, and then Ridley.
Oh, no doubt about that. Again, she may choose to full clear Desert because she can get that key off the torch.
Yeah. Just power bombs on the ledge. Yeah, in her case, she can do the whole thing. She can do the whole thing. There's the boots for Sloaters. Like, gosh. Now, if item number 2 here is actually required, oh boy. Well, let's not required. That's not right. But suppose it's Ice Beam.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential because we're still missing a lot of the beams. We have not seen Charge, Ice, or Plasma, and we still have stuff like Screw Attack and Spring Ball floating around too.
Sloaters actually turned down those supers.
Considering he's only got 45, I don't know if that was a good call there, but he's gonna get the silvers. We don't have Charge Beam. If he doesn't have enough supers, that could come back to bite him.
Moo Cow, we actually don't know. Sloaters couldn't check right side. He didn't have boots.
We're actually about to find out because Silverrain, she is heading that way. I get the feeling she does not feel comfortable trying to hover in GT. She's going to go for it. There's the map, so it's into the big key chest. What is the second item? Just bombs.
Alright, so that takes care of that. So Sloaters, get the feeling he's playing a little angry right now, getting boots and silvers in Croc.
Yeah, he can't be too happy because he's already killed most of the bosses that would require silvers. I mean, he's only got Helmassar King left that's vulnerable to him.
Right. The problem for him is, even with this, he's going to be doing some checks that are going to he's probably going to be doing overworld checks before he gets around to dungeon stuff. The longer this goes on, the less likely that seems to be a good play. on his part. So Silverrain unlocks the key to land molas. So now it's on to this should be.
Right, let's see what.
Oh, a
Slaughters is
one
up to.
cycle.
Very impressive. That's always nice to see. Nicely done, Silverrain.
So with that, they are tied up at 9 apiece.
But in terms of items, Silverrain has a very strong lead here. And she's going to quickly take that and run with it. Because at this point, she could full clear Ice Palace, or finish up Ice Palace. Well, actually, she might go do Ridley first, then finish up Ice Palace. And depending on how she works this out, she could be in go mode before you know it. This is huge.
Yeah. So she it's easy to forget she actually hasn't done some of this stuff. She hasn't done any of this, so she's got to do some exploration. She's got to have an easier go of it than Sloaters did just because of Space Jump, but Sloaters finished Ridley at 122.07. That was actually his 4th boss.
Yeah, but at this point, Silverrain's got a lot more super missiles to work with, and yeah, like you said, Space Jump, meaning worst room in the game, is not going to be that bad for her. She'll be able to blaze through that. She's in a very good position right now to just completely stomp this area. And that's, again, going to extend. It's going to put her in that lead. And she could take it and run with it. Like, if for as long as Sloaters has been pretty much been in the lead this race, she's going to take this and just run. This tide is turning.
The longer Sloaters strays from Pod, the worse it's going to be for him. And it's going to get to the point where, yeah, he's going to be in a real box here. Because while, yes, he may be a superior Super Metroid player, it's going to be harder and harder to justify, how much time can he really make up, even with his skills. Especially when so little of the game remains. We got Torian, yeah, there's the literacy for Silverrain. She might run with that, but so
and that Space Jump not only helping in worst room in the game, but look at how he can easily clear through the amphitheater now with that Space Jump just blazing through. This is going to say, it's clear that she's struggling a little bit compared to how Sloaters was earlier, but it's clear she can make her way through quickly enough to make up for that.
So Sloaters is back in the Link to the Past. Remains to be seen what his next move will be.
There's one thing that does worry me with Sloaters, because if he's that insistent on avoiding Pod, thinking the hammer can't be there, he may consider taking that Aga play.
He might, especially now that he's got Lamb.
Yeah.
But there are some overworld checks. He's going to do Bonk Rocks. He's going to do King's Tomb. He's just going to get those two out of the way. We got X-ray scope, which nice, but 90 minutes too late for that.
Yeah, it's useless at this point for him. So again, like what is he gonna take the gamble on Aga, or is he, because he knows that mushroom's there, or will he decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to stay away from Aga because there's still this other dungeon that might have something, I'm going to check that first. Which way does he go?
Yeah, it's a fair question, and we still depending on if any medallions show Meyer being in play. We haven't seen Super Bunny Cave at all. Crookshot could be there.
Now that we have Hammer and Mirror, well, actually no. Actually, yeah, Super Bunny. No, he can't even do that because you need hammer or hook shot to get across.
Right, and I guess that's more, I guess, in Silverrain's case. Then she can do that.
Yeah, and she may go through and check those real quick on the way out, on the way up to GT, just to see if there's anything on the way. Silverrain got to stock up, make sure it gets her super missile count up as high as she can. She wants to make sure she is ready for Ridley.
She's got 32 supers and 80 missiles in reserve. She should be fine.
Oh, time to kill a Durgan.
Got 7 quick missiles. Took a lava bath there, or acid bath, if you will.
Yeah.
But got plenty of clean hits on Ridley.
Sloaters now, he's going back to desert because he wants to check to see if there was what was on that right side. He's going to be pretty disappointed with that decision, unfortunately. Silverrain trying to set up the kamikaze play. There it is. Down goes the Durgan. And now Silverrain has officially taken the lead.
Yeah, up 10-9. He's going to pick up those supers.
Good call. Since we don't know where that charge beam is, you want as many supers as possible, especially since she doesn't have as many regular missiles compared to Sloaters, who has 100. She'll want those extra supers to make sure she can keep up with Mother Brain later on, unless they find charge along the way. And then if she does that, she's golden.
Yeah. So Silver on her way out of lower north there. She'll do some brief checks, but probably not much, and then we'll be back to A Link to the Past and go for her 7th and final crystal, Ice Palace. Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the closest races I've seen in a while, because this could still very much change depending on what Sloaters does. This is an intense.
Yeah. I've had most of my races have actually been within about 3 or 4 minutes of each other. The closest I've seen was a match between Ninjembro and Ivan that came down to last item, actually.
Man.
But yeah, I think three of the races, including this one, have essentially come down to last item, where it turns into a big hunt for it.
Yeah, I've come plenty of races that do the same myself, where it's just like there's that one item. Seems to be a common thing. Like the normal thing I see with these combo randomizers, and most Link to the Past randomizers, personally speaking, is you get a good amount of early items, and then you hit a wall where it's just like the items just dry up, and you're just digging around trying to find that one thing to progress until finally things start starting to fall into place. But this one kind of just been a dry spell for most of the race until it just started picking up speed.
Yeah, there is that end game quality to it. It's like, what's the end game? You know, what item is gonna basically bring it home? Today, it's really a hammer hookshot end game. Although hookshot is, I guess that depends on our runner's skills. But
oh, wait a minute! Sloaters has made his way to pod.
Yeah.
This could get interesting, folks.
Silver's trying to damage boost her way out of this. Can't, and really should just use supers.
Yeah, she doesn't have many left, but this key hunter is not going to let up easily. Just get rid of it. There we go.
That's one.
Yeah, problem is she's running out of super missiles for the rest. That's probably why she was trying to damage boost.
It's 6 supers per. Yeah, forgot about that. But just getting that one was a big help. The rest
There's
should be
enough for her to
pretty
get
easy.
through, yeah. She's through now, so this is, and she's still got at least a decent amount of health left. Plus, she's still got a reserve in play, so I think she's good.
Yeah, she's fine. So sloaters almost to hammers. Alright, so Hammer coming up for sloaters. Oh, will he be thrilled?
He's just happy to find it now, so he's gonna go through and finish this dungeon out. We'll see what those other items were. It might just have been the dungeon items, so we might not have seen much, but again, I'm pretty sure there was an item unaccounted for that I didn't see, so there might be still something.
Chat was speculating as such, but
oh wait, is he gonna go mode it? He's just going for it.
yeah. What is Silverrain doing? Oh, probably Ether.
Ether, and because she has Hammer, East Death Mountain is available to her.
That is true.
And I think this is a good play. There's a ton of item locations over there.
Oh, Chat is putting out no big key.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He never got the big key. What is he doing?
I think he miscounted.
Yeah. Oh, Sloaters, what are you doing?
Did he get the big key and I somehow missed it? But I don't think so.
Nope. 10 arrows there in Spike Cave there for Silverrain.
Nope, there's
again,
no
I
big
think she's
key
gonna
there.
Oh, what is he doing?
Oh, that's right. It was the Stalthus pit. He didn't go down there. Aha. Oh boy.
He is going to be very upset. I'm surprised he hasn't noticed it yet. Like, what is he doing?
Well, we've all been there. It's like you kind of get into that mindset. I thought Silverrain would at least make a run at ice, but I guess not.
She wants to make sure she has hook shot, and there it is. Sloaters realize, oh, I forgot something. Oh, that hurts to watch. Oh, wait, Silverrain, what are you doing? No! No, all those items! Are you in go mode? Because you wouldn't be good checking either tablet. You're looking for that hook shot. What are you doing? Well, regardless, she will be able to finish up Ice Palace, so this she'll be ready to go to GT at least. Go mode or otherwise. There's the big key for Sloaters.
Did we see all items in IP? I don't think so.
No, but I think the last item is on Cold Stairs, so I think we're good. I think we checked all the chests, so there is still a slim possibility that the hookshot might be on Cold Stair, and this will all be over.
Didn't quite have the setup right on the bombs jump.
It's a trick. The ice palace bomb jump is notorious for a reason because it can be quite tricky. Takes a little bit of work to master it. Okay, it was power bombs was one of the items that we saw when we missed the dark maze. Oh, that's right. We didn't check this side earlier. Because, again,
No, we
didn't have the hammer. Again, no hammer.
We saw, because of, Icebreaker, but yeah, we didn't see this. There's the big key.
Yep. Alright. Got set up the mirror glitch.
I think Silverrain, oops.
She could have gone that. She's got the mirror. She could mirror block.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you can only do it with hook.
Oh. I guess, yeah. I'm so used to seeing it everywhere else. I guess I just assumed it would work in dungeons, but I guess Chad is telling me otherwise. Oh well. Well, we'll just have to hope the last time's on cold stare. And she's still got a compass out there, so if she gets a compass here, she's not gonna be happy. Oh yeah, that makes sense, Chad. I didn't think about that. Yeah, if you mirror here, you end up teleporting back to the beginning of the dungeon. That wouldn't work out very well, now would it? Ooh, Silverrain needs to be careful here.
Oh boy. Oh.
That was close.
Okay.
That's two. Just need to take care of this last puff. There we go. And it's not anything good, but at least we don't have to worry about the big chest. That has the compass.
A bit of a Houdini play there by Silverrain to get number 11. So, assuming she goes in that direction, it's time for everybody's favoriteest game in the whole wide world.
Indeed, my friend. There are 22 possible locations inside of Ganon's Tower where that big key could be located. Get your guesses in chat. Where do you think that big key is going to be? I'm agreeing with Mr. Aurelius. I'm sticking to my lucky number 13.
That's assuming she goes that way. Right now, she's not.
She's still looking for that hook shot. I'm telling you right now, she may be able to hover, but she does not want to rely on hovering in Ganon's Tower. It's not that easy. Even Andy, the master of hovering, struggles with it during races. You do not want to rely on hovering to get through that.
I thought she was gonna go for Pyramid Fairy, but no, she's she's gonna do Bombo's Tablet, I bet, and then maybe Pyramid Fairy.
Or as Chad's considering, she might even be considering Swamp just to check for items.
That you can only check the front of it. There's some items to be had there for sure, but
So we got quite a number of locations left to check. We still got Peg Cave, still got Pyramid Ferry, and we still got Death Mountain, both light and dark. If I were to put
I think she's going for Pyramid Ferry.
Probably an easy check. It's right there. Not a bad call. I'd say after this, though, Death Mountain. It's right there, and if she finds the hook shot there, she can just go straight to GT and call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, Silver was stopping there for a second, thought maybe, unfortunately, no Aga, so no dice. Sloaters is checking the big chest. There's the compass.
Yep, as I predicted, it's considering we found the last item on Cold Stare. I kept track of that. So, could it be that the hammer was locking out go mode because you had to complete all the dungeons to get to the Pyramid Ferry? Quick check of the Pyramid Ledge, sees nothing there. What does the Pyramid Ferry guard? We have... Oh, she's hesitant on this one.
Oh!
Now I can say this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you check your phones, your watches, your time, keep devices at this time, you will find that Silverrain64 has officially entered go mode time.
What a call by Silverrain. She is officially in the driver's seat here with 2 bosses remaining.
Yeah, but with his Sloaters is right on her heels. This is going to be a close race, folks. It's going to come down to execution. And if there's, once we get to Super Metroid and get some other brain, Sloaters has a very good chance of catching up. So this race is far from over.
Without that hook shot, though, is Pyramid Ferry the first thing he thinks of? If so, we got a race. If not, this could be bad.
That is true.
Whatever Super Metroid advantage he has is probably going to evaporate. And yep.
Oh, he's going to Death Mountain.
Although I will say, does he know how to hover?
If he does that, and he pulls it off, this could change the game. Like, I'm legitimately curious about what he's going to do here. She's not even checking those chests. She's going straight up. She clearly feels like she's behind at this point. She just wants to get to GT and clear it, hoping that she'll find something along the way.
Well, yeah, at this point, she's hoping for Charger Ice to show up just to make Torian a little easier. Alright, so... I'm gonna say this is a nasty one. We're going 20.
Oof. That's why I usually stay around 13, because it's right in the middle. Still outside the middle there. Alright, she's gonna start on the right side for now. See, unless she doesn't find a key.
Loaders is actually going into Hookshot Cave.
Probably checking that bonkable chest. It's the only thing you can do. First 2 chests, nothing. No keys. Gonna have to go left side. Definitely a good thing she's got that hook shot then. Because that means hook shot's pretty much required unless you can hover well. Number 3, torches. Not gonna have anything. Sloaters gonna check Super Bunny Cave. Not gonna find anything but some bloopies there. Alright, let's keep the count going here. Number 4 coming up here. Small key. Number 5, arrow upgrade. Number 6, Small key, number 7. Supers. Hey, she's up to 60 now. Considering we don't know where charge is, that might be helpful. All right, number 7. Big 20. Ice Rod in Spiral Cave.
Chat's right, that was number 8, not number 7. Yeah, 8. We're at next up is number 9.
Yep, you're right. That was 8. You're right. I just double checked my count. Number 9. 10 arrows. Floaters checking Paradox Cave. Not finding much so far, just a whole lot of money. All right, coming up on the rando room. All right, number 10.
There's the ice beam and
Butter Sword. 12, 13. I got it! Me and Aurelius got it, 13!
And Calling Crow added a 13 as well, so congratulations. You get all of the hammer hookshot end game seeds you can stand.
I'm happy about that. That's the second time I've ever called it.
Silverrain got a little ahead of herself there.
Sloater's still looking around. I think he's trying to get over to the portal because he needs to get to that pyramid fairy fast.
Looks like, and it is worth noting he did pick up Ice Beam from Paradox Cave, so double snipe there.
Yeah, indeed. That Ice Beam could be a difference maker. He's not super far behind.
Not by that. Not for that much time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's gonna need a couple of mistakes from Silverrain to really bring this closer.
Yeah, it definitely will come down to the wire, I'd say, if he executes perfectly. But obviously, yeah, she needs to slip up quite a bit, especially in Super Metroid, for her to possibly lose this lead.
Yeah. Yeah, chat's pointing out, there's a GT climb behind. Yeah, that's the problem, unfortunately.
And it doesn't help that she's got Butter Sword, so she's going to be able to blaze through this. Now, obviously, he's going to get that as well, but that just means that it's going to be that much easier. There's the hook shot for Sloaters. He's now in go mode.
About 5 minutes behind Silverrain as far as go mode. Oops.
Not having as much luck with land mode 2 as she did land mode 1, but that's only because she also reset the pattern by grabbing that bunny beam. She's making up for
it. She's burning a lot of magic there. She has a green bottle, so it's not a big loss, but if.
She'd probably want to save that for Ganon at the very least.
Well, she'll get a refill. She'll get a refill on her way up to the 6th floor, so she'll be fine.
Oh, here's another factor.
Yeah, this is a thing. There's a magic pot, so that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna have to grab the full refill here, though.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the door closed before she went up the stairs. If you go up to the stairs at the exact moment the door closes, it can glitch the game and remove all the enemies in the upper floor, and that can really mess you up. You definitely don't want to. You want to avoid that at all costs.
I thought you would have at least entertained the possibility of checking the other dungeon, the other chests, just on the off chance Charge happens to be in one of them. But I guess
nope,
not.
She's going through. She is confident she's got this at this point. Again, the only advantage that Sloaters has is, of course, is that he has that ice beam, so the Metroid's going to be a lot easier for him. She does check inevitable conclusion, just get some missiles out of it. Not really what she was hoping for, but that's all she wrote. She's going on to Aga 2.
Alright, so Aga 2 underway for Silverrain here. Not a good pattern to start this off.
Nope, it gets a single shot at least.
Two bad patterns.
No, that's a single. That was a single. That was too close. Oh, that's a miss. Well, there's a double right there. Nicely done there.
Oh, it was a...
And that's... Oh, it was a double.
Yeah, it was a... Yeah, that cycle was a double. So it was 1, 2, 0, 2, 1. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
1, 2, 0, 2, 1.
But with that, it's now time for the big pig.
Gold sword silvers. This is going to be really quick.
Gold sword, silver arrows, red mail, half magic. Yeah, she's got this pretty much get in the bag. It's going to be very hard for her to... The only thing she has to worry about is falling off the ledge at this point.
Right, and she's actually used magic cape just to hedge your bets a little bit and make sure that Ganon and his fire bats can't do anything to her.
She needs to drop it soon. There we go. She should have enough now. And again, she's still got a green potion if all else fails, and she might even go for torch glitch to boot.
Oh, I'm sure she will. Just as a matter of expediency. Okay, she got it. Missed on Ganon, so she'll probably have to do one more cycle with the torch. Yep.
Wait for him to come over there. Sets him up.
One more.
Oh.
Okay, she just barely gets it on the...
There's bacon. And that's bacon.
So 301.35 for Ganon. So Silverrain64, get out the G's. She is now a mother brain away from finishing the job.
Oh, this race, my lord. This is something insane.
The hammer endgame burned Sloaters pretty badly. And Silverrain was able to get a guess correctly on pod and carry that momentum to knocking out Really, five bosses in the span of about 25 minutes.
Yeah, that right there is a sign of a true top runner. The fact that she caught up and took the lead when she was way behind for a good portion of this race.
Yeah.
That is something you don't see very often, a comeback like that. So that is some serious credit to Silverrain for that.
Yeah, it was 9-6 at the 2:15 mark. By then, though, she had found the hammer, so you could sense it was turning, but you figured, well, Sloaters got to be coming to pot at some point, right? And he never did, and it just kept getting progressively worse for him.
Yeah. And what is Silverrain doing?
What is she doing?
Silverrain, what is she doing? What? What?
Clearly, I mean, I can't even guess what that was.
She apparently got lost. She didn't realize that was where she was supposed to go, was that door right there, so, wow.
Yeah, it's like, we've all had those moments. You're kind of playing ahead of yourself, like, well, damn.
Yeah, indeed. Now, the only disadvantage she has is she's going to have to powerbomb her way through the Metroids, and that's going to take a lot more time. So this is Sloater's one chance to catch up. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I doubt it. But it could still happen if she just completely fumbles her way through this turret.
So, yeah, so she's going to she's got 12 E-tanks, so there is that. It's 3 power bombs apiece, so...
There you go.
2 rooms down.
Just keeps her. Yep. This is one of the trickier ones here, because you got to go all the way through, get all the Metroids first before you start bombing them. Definitely want to stay out of that acid.
Okay, that's 3. So 3 rooms down. Sloaters having a little trouble with Aga 2 getting a little out of position here.
Yeah, and that's going to cost him more time he does not have.
Very nice double, though. Great geometry there. 2 great doubles in a row by Sloaters.
That will definitely help there, but she is turning off pursuits, which means she is setting up for baby skip. Or no, she's setting up for no baby skip, because she knows she ain't getting it with that help.
Yeah, she's not gonna go for it. Take the extra 15 seconds. It's not a big deal.
But she forgot to turn face to the right. That would have saved her a couple frames.
All right, phase 2 underway for Sloaters.
Obviously, Silverrain gonna make sure she heals up.
And also reload her missiles and etc. Yeah. So, yeah, so she's going to need the Zebetite skip, or she's going to have to burn all of her missiles and then go back for a refill. Saw that last night or 2 days ago.
Yeah, but the problem is with Zebetite skip, she doesn't have Ice Beam, so she's going to have to do the Speed Boost skip instead of the Ice Beam skip, so that's going to make it a little bit trickier.
Yeah.
So she may have to sacrifice her regular missiles and just blaze through this the normal way.
Yeah, so she might have to go for a refill. And Sloaters is done with Ganon at 3:07:12. So get out the G's.
Single G's for Sloaters. He's on his way to Mother Brain now. Though, at this point, the gap is wide enough that I think Silverrain's got this in the bag.
Unfortunately, that is, I believe, correct. She is... I'm a little surprised her. I thought she'd stop.
She may have enough regular... She's got 60 supers. As long as she doesn't miss too many shots, she could be able to pull this off.
I'd be playing it safe myself, but then that's why I'm not in this thing.
Yeah.
This is really dangerous.
Without charge beam, if she runs out of supers and doesn't pull... And, you know, I think she could only miss 1 or 2 supers at most.
She did not save either.
This is going to be a real test for her on this one, but we'll see. Yeah, she can miss 2 shots at most.
So, here we
She
go.
misses more than 2 shots, she's going to have to reset. But let's get our orders in at McBrainies, ladies and gentlemen. Mother Brain is quite the chef with her attacks. We've got onion rings, we've got french fries, we've got tater tots. We got a nice ketchup bean condiment, and of course for dessert, a lovely rainbow sherbet.
I think she just missed one.
As long as she doesn't miss any more, she should be okay. Just got to take your time. She's got the time. Don't rush this.
Okay, that's...
I think she got it.
There it is. That should do it.
Yep, she got it. That is enough. That area, she is charging up. She has pulled it off. There's the rainbow bead. That was clutch. And she got stand-up glitch to boot. Not going to really help in this case. She doesn't really have any beams that can take advantage of it. So she's just going to let it go. Still, what a race this is, as we see Sloaters now on his way through Turian now. He's going to catch up, but again, it's too little too late. Silverrain is going to blaze through this point. A little bit of a disconnect there, it looks like. Hopefully we'll get the stream back up.
Yeah, it looks like we got a slight hiccup there, but we carry on. Sloater's not going for baby skip either.
Yeah, Silverrain in the SRL channel is basically saying, if my Wi-Fi would stop that, that would be great. There we go. It looks like we just missed the final battle. Mother Brain is down. Silverrain has 3 minutes to get out of Dodge. Sloater's getting the Zep skip on his side. That's going to save him a little bit of time, but again, it is too little too late.
Yeah.
Silverrain is already on her way out. There's no way he's catching up at this point.
No. Yeah, it would have taken an awful lot with a 5-minute difference between their Ganon kills, even with the advantages. So Silverrain's having a little trouble getting out of here.
Yeah, the Pirates not playing nice.
Space Pirates.
She just got to get up this last corridor, and hopefully if she can get the Behemoth Spark, or at least the Shaft Spark, she should be fine.
Yeah.
There we go. Got the shaft spark straight up. She's good. She's got this.
The only thing remains to be seen, is she going to save the animal?
I wouldn't hold my breath on that idea, to be quite honest. I think she knows she's close to winning this. She does not want to risk it by wasting that time. She is...
Oh, God.
Oh, is she... She's doing it! Well... Make me a fool, why don't you? She's gonna save the animals. I would not have done this considering she's a bit behind. She's this close. Like, she does not know how close Sloaters is. He could have sniped that from her if she's not careful. That is a brave move on her part. I will not lie. Much respect indeed. I agree, chat. Holy cow. Regardless, it does not change the outcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Silverrain64 will finish this race with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 13 minutes, and 38 seconds. All right, we're going to see if we can get Silverrain in here for a quick interview. All right, so accordingly, Silverrain has said she does not have a mic set up, so she will not be able to do an interview with us. But she will be in the Twitch chat for here in just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be able to say GG's to her. As Sloater is finishing up Mother Brain now, he'll be joining her very shortly at the finish line. Oh, what a race. This was down to the wire here. One item separated the victory from defeat, and it all came down to one good call from Silverrain. This is why I say, what routes you take, what gambles you make, and which ones pay off. As Silverrain is in the Twitch chat. GG's and congratulations on your victory, Silverrain. I don't blame you. She's still catching her breath. Yeah, this was a close one. You do not realize how close you came. We'll be talking about that here shortly when we bring Sloaters in here. Because I will say this, you had the comeback of the century with that race.
Yeah, it's like, was that planned with the animals?
Yeah. Want to tell us about that? I was not expecting you to save the animals when you were that close, because you did not know how close you were. As you can see, Sloaters is just now finishing the last of the run.
One missile at a time, yes. Absolutely.
Indeed. And Sloaters has now finished this race up with an official time of 3 hours, 16 minutes, and 24 seconds.
So, send out the word to Sloaters, see if we can get him in for a sec.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for both of our runners here. What a close race. This was insane. This is one of the races I love to call when it's this close and it comes down to just one move.
And in this case, it came down to really, I think, two moves. Hammer play and hook and pyramid fairy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Silverrain, you making that call to Pyramid Fairy as quickly as you did was what made the big difference there, on top of going to pod as early as you did, getting that hammer.
Yeah.
That was the big deciding factor, because you were like 5 bosses behind, and you made a comeback from that.
More like 3, but yeah, it was 9-6 at one point, and yeah, getting hammer, then chaining all of that stuff together, and knocking out 5 bosses in 25 minutes was huge. And yeah, early Meridia was also a big boost early, although it really didn't start paying off until later.
Yeah.
And Sloaters has politely declined an interview as well. So, but we congratulate him for a fine performance. Unfortunately, this is the end for him in the SMZ3 tournament. This is the winner go home match, and unfortunately for him, that is it for him. But we congratulate him on a fine performance and a good comeback bid. You know, if something had gone wrong, he would have stolen this one. So credit to him for keeping it close. I mean, it was just that hammer. The hammer is what ultimately swung this, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it came down to that one play, because in the comeback queen over here, Silverrain, nicely done indeed. GG to both the runners. Make sure you guys give both of them a follow on Twitch for such an amazing race. They deserve all the love in the world. And also give a shout out and a follow to our tracker Iker for amazing job keeping up with the buttons. Always, again, the unsung heroes of these randomizer races is our trackers. They don't get enough love as far as I'm concerned, so give them some. And of course, myself and my co-commentator, Proa007. Proa, it has been an honor and a pleasure to work with you, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. It's been too long. But
we will have to do this again.
Yes, absolutely. And this was a great race, a great way to close out Group R, and good luck to Silverrain64 in the bracket stages, and GG's once again to our runners. So we'll see you all again. Soon. Have a great night.
Yeah, indeed. I'm the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time, my friends. Rock on!